go to rock and roll. 'Cause your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, Haley, good morning. I'm feeling spunky. How you doing? Oh. My voice is still scratchy from the flu. Me. You. Some morning warm-ups for my throat. I don't want to butcher the Eagles because they're so beautiful. You might love me. Do you want to come up this morning? I'm doing okay. I'm planning my day. I was thinking about where I want my content to go. I don't know. Maybe I should start doing some granny exercises, aerobics or something with the public in the morning. Don't know if I'm ready to show my face yet or not. You know what I mean? Only reason I don't want to show my face, to be quite honest, Haley, is because people are proving how foul they are on this app. They are proving how malicious they are on this app. And they are proving that they will take your images and turn you into AI. Okay? They're proving all my worst fears about humanity and the evil that works through it. That's why I don't really like to show my images or my face, because people are that bad. As I just proved by my mock unaliving after my old gang's mock funerals, where my old gang that was doxing me with my information, was that my information they're doxing me with? Because nobody fucking even called to see if a Giggles is okay. So you tell me, what the fuck is going on with society? I do not want these people just lurking around so they can steal my image so they can turn me into their little puppet because they think they're puppet masters. When really they're just a group of white privileged trash bullies. That's just a Giggles opinion. You know, people, if you watch how they move, they will prove how they fucking move, especially in a group. So yep, there's my lecture for the morning. So I'm just deciding, where's my content going to go from here? And, if I start showing my imagery, these assholes are just going to turn it into AI punk white trash prison artwork. I don't even know how to explain their shit besides that they put out and damage our rectal muscles with. Our eye genes. Like I said, I can't stand these people that I can't get out of my bubble. And I already know, the more I share, the more I'm setting myself up just so that they can... What are they doing on this app anyway? Making it so appropriate for children? So yeah, the dolls will be ready next week. And then we'll know what I can do with my content, because I'll have my own shit that nobody can take, because I can change that shit whenever I feel like changing that shit, because it's mine. Anyway, so yeah, those will be here this next week, but we actually decided to redo the whole thing, okay? So yeah, that's why there's a delay, right? And I pulled the plug on bullying, who. Yeah, I pulled the plug on the whole auction idea with the Captain Douchery right now until I figure out what the fuck is going on around us. So yeah, I did pull the plug on that, and we've decided to make a new doll for that anyway. So we'll have one that I will have for my shows, and then if we choose to, the second one will be auctioned. So we're making a duplicate of that one. So yeah, we decided to do a couple of duplicate dolls so that we would have dolls to auction off. So we're going to do our own knockoffs instead of waiting for other people that love our stuff so much they knock us off. We're knocking off a couple of our own dolls, so we're going to have 4 coming out, and not 2. Yeah, 4 coming out, not 2. And the second 2 should be the ones that we will make public purchase. So I think that's what we've decided to do. But hell, it's 2 women that are having fun, so we change our minds because we're old, and that's our That's our God, I'm just stepping on words today. It's our right. Old people can be wishy-washy sometimes. I love Squirrel. Me and her had a long talk last night. We do not regret their decisions to keep her identity hidden. And, it's working out for us because it could be really fucking. You know what they put me through. You know what they fucking did because they did it publicly. Okay? It would have been worse if they would have had my best friend too. So, yes. You saw what they fucking did to me, and it would have been worse if they would have had my best friend too. But they have no fucking clue who she is. They don't even know she lives in the same fucking state as me. So we're getting a P.O. box, right? We're going to get a P.O. box pretty soon that will be not at my location, but close by my location. And so that way we can handle business and things that this group that has been viciously attacking us for a year has been trying to stop. And like I said, what would have happened if they would have known my best friend too? So yeah, we are not regretting any of our decisions at this moment. And our NPC unalived herself on the 30th. And none of our gang that had all of our information even called to check. Damn. When people move, you better pay attention because it just speaks. It speaks volumes about them. So what is their bad acting on this fucking app? And what are their intentions for you? Because they had no good intentions for me and my squirrel. But me and squirrel fine. And like I said, it's gonna be 4, not 2. It'll be next week. We're working on it. I was deciding, if I was gonna do some morning content in a different direction, like granny aerobics. I think that'd be hilarious. I think I could do some pretty good, morning granny aerobics. So. But then I wasn't sure if I really want people having that much access to my image, to who I am. We already seen how abusive people are. Maybe I should just wait, and just keep everything on the stage and out of my real life. Because things change in your real life and people, they become clueless because they got their Google skills on, but they don't fucking know me. And they definitely don't know my squirrel. Oh, they wanted to know me. They wanted me to know me so they could weaponize everything about me and make me into a horrible person. And then you'll love all of them and just hate Giggles. Wasn't that the real plan? Oh, honey, my piece is good. I have a best friend that helps me fucking make dolls. My world's fucking great. I got fucking fur babies that fucking snuggle and love me and treat me like I'm just the bee's knees. No, these were a bunch of douches that were picking my brain and my heart. They were picking at my soul to try to fucking destroy me. And they attacked on Christmas. So, it says more about them than me, man. I wouldn't do that to somebody. Attack them on fucking Christmas? It was 3 men against 1. Blind lead blind. You fucking want to not fucking watch how people move, then don't watch how people fucking move, man. I'm out of it. I felt good today. I do regret because I do think that I do think that individually you're looking at decent people that I was sitting with, okay? I think if you look at them individually, even though they're just all full of shit, they're a fucking bunch of con artists. I didn't know any of them sitting around me. But I think that they had bad lives and bad things happen, enough bad things happen to them that they group together and then the rest of the world doesn't fucking matter type thinking, I think they are a tight-knit group and you just ain't gonna be one of them. So, take that for what it's worth. But like I said, I think you're looking at a lot of damaged individuals that are in a collective. Individually, I don't hate any of them, don't dislike any of them. I don't like their collective. I don't like that shit they pulled with the funeral. Okay? Individually, I have nothing against any of them. I do not like how they are as a collective. They are an ugly fucking group. They do not represent positive changes or positive things happening or positive anything. I think we need to get other people out of our fucking mouth and mind our own fucking business and pay attention to the shit we need to be doing. And as a community, try to work together towards the good of mankind. Which means setting up nonprofits and fucking becoming the adults on this fucking app. Just my opinion, though. And again, Squirrel is fine and I am fine today. Luckily, I never let those bastards near my best friend. Well, anybody being bullied on this app, I do strongly strongly say you need to step up. You need to go to TikTok legal. We need to turn these bad groupings in. We need to pass laws to hold their groupings responsible for the shit that happened to Rizzy and that could have happened to me on the 30th. You do realize I mocked my own unaliving. Okay? So there you go. You all got my information. Nobody fucking called me. You better question any information they say they fucking have about anybody. Or do they just not fucking care? And they don't know who Squirrel is, so they ain't gonna get to her. So fuck you, douches, and your mook fucking games. Goombas. You're more like goofas. Gonna get some goof off for the goofas. I can't get on my For You feed. Because again, you fuckers aren't famous. You're just stuck in my goddamn algorithm. I'm the only one trying to put a show on here, and I'm doing it in live time, man. I'm turning you guys into fucking characters. You're gonna be famous, depending on who the fuck I'm picking out. But yeah, we got our hero. Our hero is going to be a heroine. Our heroine is going to be BA. That's who we chose. So, and that's pretty much set in the writing of Giggles and Squirrel. We found a hero for our story. Woot, 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 woot. It'll go forward now. And I don't care if people know who the hero of our story gets to be. Woot, 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 woot. We're moving forward. That's all I care about. Well, that's when it's going to become fun, Haley, because I'll be able to pop out our show live, right? And then the fans of Brittany Ann's can play. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't have to be a story that I write alone in my workshop with Squirrel. This can be a story you guys can actively play with and be writing and playing with because we got our characters. You got your live actors and you got your hero. So yeah, we are creating the characters for this show. We finally got the heroine, and it's going to be a heroine. And that way, you know, we can do hopefully some positive entertainment instead of this fucking Goomba, mook, bullying, begging for coin, let's beat each other up until we all unalive bullshit. Oh, or until we ruin our lives, our records, our freedom, and, you know, our family. I mean, what the fuck type of game are these people playing? It's ridiculous. Stop it, you motherfuckers. I've had enough. I do not surrender, though. I'm unalive. Leave me alone now. You can go mock my funeral and get out of your system. You didn't give a fuck about me. Don't tell anybody you ever did. Get me out your fucking lips. I'm not a good look for that group. They should forget I was ever part of them. Good morning, everybody. Anybody want to come up? I'm just dinking around being a pickle. I'm a pickle this morning. I'm in a pickle. I haven't even paid attention to any press. Anybody want to come up and report to me? Everybody get me out of their fucking mouth by now? Or are they all talking shit? I don't even know because I'm not paying attention. Hey,
Hello.
what's the word on the TikTok street, Chris?
Well, last night there was actually no drama. We were watching music videos and you were in there. So, as far as
Yeah.
I know, the word on the street is nothing except there's let's see here. There's arguing going on with Dodge Montgomery and Pepper Potts.
I know who Peppa
And
Potts is. Don't know,
yeah.
don't care.
And then I know that's what I'm trying to think of anything that's like real spicy, but I can't think
Like
of
because
anything right now.
that's my new motto. Don't know, don't care. No messy TikTok, only messy people. No other side to escape to. Just leave me alone with that shit, Goombas.
Yeah.
Seriously. What's their game plan? You know, what is the flag they're capturing? People unaliving themselves or going to prison? I'm not understanding this fucking skit they're all doing.
It's just mostly like a lot of going back and forth, I think. Just,
Oh no, no, no. It's worse than that. It's worse than that. Those people were investigating me and trying to gather as much information to weaponize against me for a full fucking year.
oh yeah, I'm just talking about Dodge and Pepper Potts. I
Oh
just
yeah.
don't, yeah, I don't
No,
want
I'm talking
to.
about what's going on in this app. It's mafia wars.
Shell Bell says she's going to the doctor.
That's good that you're going to the doctor. What's going on with Shell Bell?
I don't know.
What's going on with Shell Bell? Shell Bell, do you want to say, or do you want to keep it in DMs? Probably better to keep it in DMs. My DM's open if you want to talk about, what's going on. Or is that you just trying to hint that I need to go to the doctor too? Because everybody's been trying to say, you need to go to the doctor, you need to go to the doctor, you need to go to the doctor.
Because of your ankle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was using it today though, and I think it's kind of funny the way I use my foot now. But yeah, hey, they're gonna have to re-break that sucker, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Mm-mm. No, I wouldn't go either. I know I would be hiding.
I'm so fucking hiding, you know it.
Hmm.
But I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I'm not in pain. I could use it. It doesn't work right. I mean,
Well, if you have a new way of walking, that's going to start hurting your back,
I
your
already
wrist,
no, it ain't. No, it ain't because Chris,
hip.
no, I'm very aware of how my body works. I've been doing exercise and stuff,
Okay.
and I've also because I got injured when I was a little heavier in that. It was harder for me to do things I needed to do, with the adjustments. So now I'm working. I have the upper body strength I need and stuff, and I've actually been like getting up on step ladders and going up high and doing things I need to do up high and stuff with with a hurt foot. So it hasn't really stopped me from doing like the things I need to be doing. But when they re-break that ankle, I'm gonna be helpless again. So I want to at least have the body strength to be doing what I need to be doing because I'm used to doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So now my body is physically trained to do what I need to do for the next 6 months while I'm healing again.
Gosh.
Double healing on this one. But yeah, it's a sports injury, and with injuries, it's like when you don't use part of your body, the rest of your body's gonna have to compensate for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Do
I've
you
been
think you can have
training.
it done so you could be ready for the summer when it gets warm outside and
That's
you
my
can go?
plans.
Okay,
Ding,
good.
ding, 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 ding. You already know my plan.
Exactly. That's how I
My
am
plan,
too.
my plan is to get it done because our bad weather's gonna hit, and then I'm gonna be laid up during the ice and the bad shit. Right, I'll be laid up during that, and then I
Hmm.
will be rehabbing. Right when the nice weather comes out, I'll be learning how to walk again and going out on walks again and shit. I got this timeline, and like I said, when I got injured, there was no place for me to be injured. I couldn't even get into my master bedroom because you had to go down steps to get into it. Yeah, this put me in a really bad position.
Golly.
And we didn't
Hopefully,
know, and we didn't know if it was broken or just a tear. And we thought that it was just torn ligament because who would have thought I got hurt that easily?
I know. I know. I was picking up a piece of paper off the floor at the restaurant I work at the other day. That's all I did. And then I could not move one side of my neck for for a couple days. All I did was
Seriously, what
pick
is
up paper
happening?
off the floor.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. How the fuck did I get so damn injured? I mean, it's
I
like
know.
it's kind of like I've been in denial this whole time. That's like I can't be this injured. I can't be this injured.
Well,
Yeah,
are you hypermobile? Because I was diagnosed with something like 2 years ago, and it
what's
kind of helped
hypermobile?
explain. Yeah, it's like, or I guess where like your joints are kind of really flexible and they can be overflexed real easy, and then you get hurt. I can
Oh
send you a link.
wow, I might be hypermobile because
Mm.
at my age I can actually get into child pose still and do on a regular basis, and I sit Indian style.
Okay, that she had me do the praying hands behind my back and I could do it at 47 and she's like, "Yes." And she was writing something on a pad, but she wanted me to go to a specialist and that's when I'm like, "No, I don't have time or money for all of that." I have the money. I just don't want to spend it that way, you know.
I might be hypermobile, like you said, because I used to be a downhill skier, and I didn't like Colorado because it was too fluffy and soft. I mean, I when I was a downhill skier, I mean, I liked it fast. I like sheets of ice. I like freezing rain. I mean, I liked extreme conditions. So yeah, I was kind of an extremist when I was young.
Well, there's a trick.
And
If you can still sit Indian style, I'm telling you, I'll send you a link when we're off live and you can read about it, but there's things you can do at home to kind of figure it out, like your veins pop out. Um,
yes,
you're easily injured. You can bend your fingers a certain way. Double jointed people, all kinds of weird
I
stuff.
don't. I don't think I'm really double jointed like that, but I do think that like I'm extremely flexible
Yeah, it sounds
for
like
my
you could
age.
be. And that
My
might be
age.
what happened to your ankle.
How many women my age can get in a child's pose and are
Not
comfortable like that?
many.
And are
No.
comfortable like that. Like I could sit there and rest like for hours in child's pose. I love it. It feels so good.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt no part of my body. It's just like I love it. Is I'm talking about like laying on my knees with my head tucked in type. You know what I mean? It don't hurt me at
Wow.
all. Yeah.
I'm
Don't
gonna give that a
I'm
try
not
later
talking
and see
about
if I can
I'm
do
not
it.
talking about laying lazily on my side like a fetus. I'm talking about laying on my knees. Yeah. It's comfortable. I
I'm
enjoy
gonna
it.
try that later.
Where you got the knees tucked underneath you and like your stomach
Yeah.
and everything's tucked in. It's child pose, but you're just on your knees. If you Google it, you'll see what it is. But
Okay.
I love that pose, and it's super. You got to be flexible to get into it because it's child. It's
As
like
soon
if
as
I
you
stop,
stop.
I'm afraid I won't be able to do it, and it's like
Yes.
I love laying in that pose. It's so relaxing to me. It gets rid of my headaches. It's like I like that pose so much. It's like I am afraid that I'm gonna get too old, and it's like someday I'm not gonna be able to lay like this, and I don't, and that's not cool to me, because just like I like sitting Indian style, it feels good to sit like that with your back straight. It just feels good to sit properly.
Yeah, I've always preferred sitting on the floor than a chair. And that's one of the things. Haley, you have it too? And you're 47, so am I. Can you get in a box? I want to talk about this some more because I've gone through a divorce and all this stuff, and I totally forgot all about this diagnosis, but maybe I should focus on it a little bit more in 2026 to,
That might be what happened to my ankle though, because
that's
like
what
I
I'm
said,
thinking.
I still can't believe I got hurt that easily because it's like it just how did that happen? I just don't understand. Especially since I used to ski and do all this stuff. It's like I'm embarrassed. I'm in denial. I mean, I don't know how to explain it
I
besides
know.
that.
I bet you overflexed because you are hypermobile. That could be it. I mean, I'm
It
not a
could be
doctor,
it.
but it could be.
It could be it because my husband, the first thing he's got, he said, you just tore all the tendons in your foot or all the ligaments, something like that. He said, that's what he said to me. And I was like, no, I think I broke my ankle. He's like, no, you couldn't have broken your ankle. Cause like he was right there. He knows I didn't fucking do anything that could have, done that you'd think of. I mean, it's like, it just didn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense. Heck, I don't know. A lot of shit's been happening around me that doesn't make sense. I'm a smart woman that likes to figure shit out, and it just drives me crazy when shit don't make sense.
I know. Haley said she was looking into autoimmune was something to think about.
Oh,
Okay.
I have an autoimmune issue.
They might go hand in hand.
Yeah. They don't know which autoimmune issue I have though. I have one of those that they can't figure out.
Bizarre based on the description. Oh my gosh. Ah.
So yeah, I have an autoimmune disorder that they can't figure out, and they've been trying to figure it out since I started having the symptoms when I was around 30 years old.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes to pinpoint them, or it could be a whole bunch of different things like rheumatoid
No,
arthritis.
no. My doctor told me back when I was around 30 years old that there are thousands and thousands of these that they don't have names for, no diagnosis for.
It's just your body turning on itself.
Yeah, my immune system's hyperactive, and I have a lot of allergies, and I know that that's autoimmune related, food
Oh,
allergies and
that's
shit.
right. I forgot.
Yeah, I have a lot of food allergies. I know that's autoimmune
Yes, and the
related. I know it
cigarette
is.
allergy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. I'm allergic to artificial sweeteners. Those are just two things I'm allergic to. Black pepper's another one.
Mm.
So,
You
but
can't have black
eggplant.
pepper. Oh my
I
gosh.
cannot have black pepper. I cannot have eggplant,
Oh my gosh.
and I can't have sugar substitutions.
We had a customer come in yesterday and he could not have iodized salt because of a potato allergy. I did not know that they were, I need to research that, but he said that he had a COVID, or I can't say that word, the CSHOT, and his body became allergic to
I would
anything
imagine
with
I can't have white pepper
potato.
either. It's peppercorn, so I can imagine I can't have white pepper either. I've never tried to have white pepper because I can't have black pepper, and if I can't have black pepper, I definitely don't want to go to the hospital over white pepper. I can automatically tell that when something has pepper because of the feeling I get in my mouth. Just like when I was on live and my husband brought home a Red Bull and it was sugar free, and those things are expensive, and I hadn't had anything sugar free in like, I'm talking like years. It's like been years since I had anything sugar free. So I fucking drank it anyway, and I knew I shouldn't have drank it. The first drink, I got a lump in the end of my tongue, and I knew I shouldn't drink that thing. So yeah, I drank about half of it and ended up having to do 3 different types of what do you call it? Decongestant
Like
antihistamines.
Mucinex? Mm-hmm.
Antihistamines. I do 3 different types of antihistamines because the artificial sweetener had traveled from my tongue into my throat, where it's like closes your throat, to where I could feel it going into my lungs, where it was close to my lungs.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to do my lung one, my inhaler, and then I had to do a Benadryl and a daily tab. So I had to do 3 of them to get the allergic reaction not to go full. I had to go to a hospital and take the symptoms away.
Daggone. So you
It
had to have a
sucked.
shot.
It really sucked, but I can now. That's what it. Aspartame is one of them, and I'm telling you, any artificial sweeteners, I just have to steer clear of. I don't even bother looking at if it's saccharis or whatever. I just take anything that says sugar free. I just stay the fuck away from, because those have been the
Yeah.
baddest allergies I have.
Me
Is the
too.
sugar
Haley
free
just
shit.
said the same thing as me. I will
Yeah.
get a major headache if I have like a sip of like a Diet Coke or
Mm-hmm.
anything
I
diet.
don't do that. Like I said, it'd been years since I even tried to sip a Diet Coke to see if I
Oh.
was still allergic. It's never a good result. Never. So I just
Can you
avoid
have
them.
soy?
No, I don't do soy.
Me either.
And I don't do eggplant. Like I said, I don't do peppers of any kind, black pepper.
What about tomatoes? Because eggplants are in that nightshade.
Tomatoes are a strange one because it depends on how they're processed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, some are really acidic, some are sweet, and
I stay away from canned tomatoes. All canned tomatoes I stay away from. This is advice by the doctor, okay? I had a dietitian, actually, a nutritionist and dietitian. So I stay away from all canned tomatoes. I avoid the fresh tomatoes too. And I only have tomatoes that are processed in jars with no seeds or in paste form out of the squeeze tubes. The really, really concentrated squeeze tube tomatoes.
mm-hmm.
I'll use that.
Do you use it for your chili?
And I do ketchup too. Huh?
Do you
Yeah,
put that in your chili?
I use this, yes, I use the can, or not can, I use jarred tomatoes for chili.
Mm-hmm. I like that little paste. I'll put that in there sometimes.
That's what
Like
I
the
use because I
next
don't
day.
have any bad reactions to that. So I've learned how to eat. I mean, that's it. That's just, and I've learned how to cook, and I'm a good cook because I've had to learn how to cook.
Man, I'm in the mood for chili now. That's all I want. Who has chili around
But like when I
Louisville?
want spaghetti or lasagna, that I just get the jar tomato sauce. I use jar tomato sauce a lot because I can have jar tomato sauce. It's one of those items that doesn't make me ill. Don't ask me why, but it don't. So, yeah.
I'm thinking about food. I'm like, what am I going to do for lunch today?
I heard that canning changes the acidity of the tomatoes.
Like where it goes up or down.
I don't know. That's why somebody said that I can have the jar, not the can, because can changes the acidity of tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. Well, and plus the cans are so full of salt that the next day I can barely bend my hands and my face is puffy. And I'm a little too vain for that. So I try to stay away from all that salt.
Here's another difference I noticed in tomatoes is that I could have fresh tomatoes from like a garden and that. It's only the store tomatoes that cause me issues.
So you might be, there's pesticides that probably trigger your autoimmune stuff too.
That might be part of the reason too. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but like I said, that's why I said tomatoes are an iffy one. I've had to learn how to have tomatoes because I grew my own tomatoes because I noticed that they didn't give me the issues, and then I process them myself. You know, so I noticed that if I grew myself, I didn't have the issues, and if I did the jar stuff or like you said, the tube that you use, the squeeze tube for the concentrated, I don't have the issues. So yeah, tomatoes are the ones is the only food item that I can have depending on how I prepare it.
Man, I miss summertime all of a sudden. I'm like, I want a tomato sandwich. I want to get a little sunburn. I want to
I
go
can't have
swimming.
I can't have citrus.
No citrus, really?
Nope.
Why?
I get citrus sores. That's what they call them.
Oh, yeah. I know other people that have had that, or they can't have mangoes because they get mango mouth. Have
I
you ever
can
heard
have
of
mangoes.
that?
I don't know what mango mouth is. I don't get mango mouth that I know of, but I can have mangoes. I don't really like mangoes all that much, but I can't have citrus because again my autoimmune disorders in that category where my body reacts to them.
Yeah, it gets you all triggered, and then it's like a
Well,
domino effect.
I first
That's
noticed
what's
it in
way
I
better.
first noticed it in my mouth, and those ones are so severe in my mouth that I can't even go on from that point. I just don't eat them because my mouth will break out in those ulcerations that are extremely painful. It happens right away too. They'll start like a little bump in your mouth that hurts, and then they open up like a little pinpoint that opens up. It's like it hurts and then it opens. So yeah, like it bursts, like a little blister that bursts or something, and that happens all of a sudden in your mouth. So that's why I avoid citrus. So yeah, all citrus is off the table.
What about ice cream, everybody? Can y'all still have ice cream?
I love ice cream, especially
Oh,
floats. That's how I keep my calories up when I refuse to eat.
yeah, that's like a lifesaver. I love ice cream too. It doesn't love me anymore, but I eat it anyway because I don't care. It's worth it.
That it's better than an Ensure. It's better than have to drink Ensure.
Oh,
And so
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
she can't. Haley, I'd move to the Sherberts if I was you. The fruit Sherberts that doesn't hurt your stomach anymore.
Well, and you can take that little lactate pill. Maybe, I don't know. A friend of mine takes it. I need to go buy some. I keep forgetting, but I just eat ice cream anyway, and then I'm bent over in pain, but I'm just like, it's worth it to me. I love ice cream so much.
I love Sherberts though. I
I
do
don't really
love
care for
Sherbet.
sherbet. I want ice cream. Chocolate.
I love the real fruit sorbets. Those ones I really love.
Yeah, that does sound good, actually.
I don't like the crappy ones that you get. I like the real fruit sorbets that
Yeah,
have
like
good
the ones
flavor.
that you can buy at the stand.
Well, also they have them in the store too. They just cost a lot of money. And I also like the real fruit bars instead of like popsicles. I like the real fruit, like grape fruit bars, the 100% fruit ones. Those are really good.
You know, there's a creator on TikTok that talked about the watermelon ones one day, and it was like real fruit too. So I went to the store and found some, and he was right. It
They
is
are
so
good.
good.
Those all fruit watermelon ones and the grape's my favorite. The grape and the watermelon ones. Exactly. You picked one of the favorite flavors. Those two flavors and peach is really good too. The all fruit peach ones.
Yeah. Ozempic. What's Ozempic?
Ozempic is for losing weight, and they now use it for other things too. It
Okay,
helps
stuff
with
like that.
diabetes and things like that.
Oh
And
gosh.
some people said they're taking, I think, for circulation. They're taking it for all different types of things now, but it's one of the pharmaceuticals now out there.
Is it one of the
If
ones
you're
that
lucky,
does it help people lose weight? Is that what you said? It's like a
yeah, it's the one. It's one of
okay.
the ones that's helping people lose weight too.
Oh, okay.
But it's used for weight loss. I believe it's used for circulation. It's being used for a bunch of different things. But I know one of the main things is weight loss.
Okay, that might be the thing that all my girlfriends take, or not all of them, but several of them. And when we get together, I just kind of zone out of that part of the conversation usually, but that might be it. Is it a shot?
No, I think it's a pill. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about medications because I really try to stay away from medications because of the weird. Oh, it is a shot because of the weirdness of my body. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have problems with citrus. How well do you think I do with pharmaceuticals?
I know, exactly.
I also can't even use laundry detergent.
So I stopped drinking too. Oh, wow. See, if I would not have cocktails, because I always kind of want one around 9 o'clock and maybe 3 or 4 days a week. Probably too often, but I'll have a cocktail. Can you imagine? Like that would be great for weight loss, just not having all that sugar,
I
you
don't
know.
drink. I don't drink.
I like having
I stopped
margarita.
drinking probably about 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
hmm Not even a
Hmm.
problem. It's just one day it's like My husband still continued to drink after me. You know, we were going out and we were seeing bands together and stuff, and I just noticed like my stomach was starting to hurt, and I didn't wasn't even drinking a lot or anything. I was just like would go out and have a couple like Spanish coffees or something like that, or like a Bailey's in my coffee, or a wimpy drink. Or I'd go out and have a margarita or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started noticing my stomach would feel like I was eating glass. So having really bad stomach pain just from the
Oh my
littlest amount.
gosh.
Yeah, just from the littlest amount of alcohol. So I was like, I don't like this. It's like I was in pain and wouldn't even be able to get intoxicated because I couldn't drink enough to get intoxicated without being in pain. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it hurt my stomach and didn't even get me intoxicated. So I was like, it's like, no, it's like, this ain't even fun. It hurts my stomach. So that's why I quit. I quit just because it hurt. I didn't like the way it made my stomach feel.
I
Your
feel
body
like,
changes, and my body
yeah.
changed around 10 years ago because I was a woman.
Hmm.
Our
Yeah, they
body
say
does.
when your estrogen
Huh?
drops, it's harder to metabolize alcohol. So I mean, I'm right at that age where my estrogen is just
Yeah.
plummeting.
And that was right around the age that hot flashes were hitting me too. And do you really want to be drinking when you're having hot flashes? I mean, I
Ugh,
didn't like it. Yeah. Ugh. It's like,
that
ugh.
sounds
No, I
miserable.
got into healthier living. I got into yoga. I we quit hanging out with the friends that actually were playing in the band together, right? They got divorced.
Oh,
Shortly after
really?
we Yeah, shortly after we quit going to watching bands play, they ended up getting divorced. And so, we lost that activity after they got divorced. But but yeah, I quit drinking before they got divorced. And we just weren't going to as many of their shows, and then they got divorced and we weren't going to any of their shows.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that happened. And nowadays our house is just dry. My husband, he quit drinking. I don't drink. Our house is dry.
Yeah, and well, it's a big money saver too, honestly.
Uh,
Hormone replacement helps a lot. Man, 2026 is the year I want to get healthier. Maybe I should. Did you ever do HRTs, Giggles?
I don't know what that is. What's HRTs?
Hormone
Hormone
replacement
replacement? Oh,
therapy?
no, 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 nothing. Nothing.
I'm looking into some right now just for my energy and for my memory. I feel like my memory is getting really bad.
Well, your body, do what you need to do for you.
Yes.
I did natural things. So, if you're that age, eat an apple a day.
Okay.
It helps to regulate you, the fiber in the apple, and yeah, that
I
whole apple a
love
day keeps the
apples.
doctor. Yeah, the apple a day keeps the doctor away. There's some truth to that shit. But yeah, my mom swears by the apple. Eating the apple, she says it helps regulate your hormones.
Okay. Even Sally likes to help me eat apples if I have one. She likes to nibble on the inside part.
Well, that was always the suggestion my mother gave, and my other suggestion is wild yam cream.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think all my aunts have talked about that recently at a family gathering. I was like, what is this wild yam cream? And they swear by it.
You're gonna want wild yam cream, and you're gonna want to remember to eat apples. That's the
Okay.
best advice I can give you.
I'm going to write this down right now.
Because it's not that hard. It's just two natural things. It's like going and picking up potatoes, except for wild yam cream. It's a cream. You can get it in like naturopathic stores and stuff, right?
Okay.
And I suggest you get a good wild yam cream. Make sure it's real wild yam cream.
Like from like Whole Foods or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna want a good wild yam cream because that helps with your hormones. That's
All
why all
right.
your the female relatives were talking about that. And you're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna need that much of it. You put a little bit of wild yam cream on daily. Put it around like your area where your face is sagging a little bit. Put it on your stomach or or under your arms. You're like going sag a little bit. The point is, you're getting that wild yam into your circulation, your bloodstream, and that. So
Gotcha.
and you can take wild yam capsules too.
Okay.
Ain't gonna hurt you. It's just wild yam, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then the second suggestion is apples. Any apples. My mother always preferred the Granny Smith green with a little bit of salt on them. That was her favorite. Not me though. I like the ones that are kind of in between a pink and a green. They're kind of sweet and tart at the same time. Everybody got
So
their own
Granny
preference on that.
Smith with a little bit of salt.
That's what my mom likes. Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
knew
try that. That sounds
it.
really good. I like
That's
salt
what
on
she
my
always.
watermelon.
That's what she always prefers. But me, I like the red and green hybrid ones with that are kind of sweet and tart at the same time. Not mushy, crisp to them. Some people like those. The ones that are the green or not the Washington red ones. Never really liked the Washington red apples myself. But it's a personal. Your apples, your own personal preference. What I'm saying. The point is, it's an apple. It
Right,
ain't
yeah.
gonna hurt you to do. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna
And
go to the grocery store today. I want to get stuff for um chili and apples now.
like
I'm
this.
hungry.
Well, just some little tips from, these are tips that our mothers and our grandmothers, they passed down to us. You already said it.
Yeah.
Your ancestors were already, the older ladies in your family are already talking about the wild yam.
Oh my gosh, they knew. Yeah, they knew what to
I
do.
knew.
You know, I
Yeah.
had a great grandmother have a baby, no kidding, at age 50. She had a
Wow.
baby at 50. Country. She's from the country.
I
She's
couldn't even imagine that.
I know. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, all right, let me call the adoption agency. They can have this baby. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I'm not. I'm not. I just, I've helped people with their kids. It does. I'm a strong believer that especially in society today, that if you got a village of love around you, you utilize that if you got kids. You know what I mean? So yeah, everybody is the parent in some rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I was raised in a huge family, and I was put in charge of all my cousins and all my uncles and aunts. They would have put me in line. You know. Everybody
Yeah.
around there was raising me and I knew it.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day, if a
Yeah.
kid was acting bad, whatever adult was there is the one that
Mhm.
disciplined them. Now people get really upset.
If anybody interferes with their parenting skills. I
Yeah,
know.
I had a parent one day. This kid was running through the restaurant. I said, "Honey, I don't want you running through here. You're going to get hurt." The dad actually said to me, "Oh, well, she'll learn." I said, "She's not going to learn here. Keep her at the table."
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. The whole restaurant was staring at him because they let this kid just run
Thank you.
wild.
Yeah.
That's right. I have a
That's what I'm
conniption.
talking about. And in the olden days, no, everybody kept you. Good morning. Everybody kept you in check. So
What's
that's what
up,
I'm
Lady
talking about.
J? Oh yeah, like I mean, oh my gosh, the 80s were so fun. We were talking about the 80s last night at Angels Live, and I was like remembering how I was literally maybe 6 or 7, and my uncles would have me go fetch their beers or go get their pack of cigarettes. When I was a young teenager, I could walk up to the Waffle House and go to the cigarette machine for my friend's grandma. She always needed us to get her cigarettes up there, and no one batted an eye at kids buying cigarettes from like those pull machines or whatever.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That was the good old days.
Well, I'm going to tell you something now. Everybody knows what's been going on over the last, decade on with these free fucking apps. Everybody knows. I mean, it's like, what type of bad act are these people throwing? It's the same shit they're throwing on Facebook. Well, this same thing happened on Facebook, and my friend unalived herself.
Oh no.
They actually did bully somebody to unaliving themselves. So I'm not real happy with what this group is doing at the moment. Is this a repeat of history? Because this time, they didn't get my best friend. Me and Squirrel had a long talk about this last night. Because Squirrel knows exactly what happened a few years ago.
Hmm. I need to find the rewatch of what happened on the 30th. I need to go find that somewhere because I wasn't there. I didn't get to hear it. I just heard about it and got really
Like I
worried
said,
about you.
that was a real life scenario that played, and the difference is that happened to my best friend, and she ain't here now. So these people should be real fucking proud of themselves, because I did you saw me mock unalive myself in that room.
No, that's what I'm looking to find. I haven't
No,
I
I
looked
was
back
in
through it.
Angels Live, and the boys came at me, and I told them, "What do you want? I've apologized. You want me to unalive myself?" And everybody's like, "No, no, don't do that." And I said, "Why not? That is what he wants." And I left because
Hmm.
everybody had my phone number, everybody had my information. Why didn't anybody contact me, friends? You did,
I don't
Chris. I'm
have
not
your phone
talking about you.
number.
I'm not talking about you,
I
Chris.
know. If I had your
There's a
number,
few.
I would have
There are
called it,
there
but
are a
I
few
didn't.
people I'm not talking about right now, because some people. Me and Squirrel had a long talk about this last night. There's a few really decent people on this app, And we know now who they are. But yeah, this is a real life scenario that happened in my life, and I actually lost somebody that way. So I hope those fucking people are proud of themselves today. They prove what fucking douches they are. Money doesn't buy class, doesn't buy friends, at least not good ones, does it, Beverly? And yes, I did single her out on that one.
That's okay. You're allowed to say whatever you want.
Like I said, I've lost a friend over this type of scenario. These people are not cute. They're not funny. What they're fucking doing is foul and it's wrong, and they need to stop. I will be playing with my dolls and not voicing my opinion very soon. Said I have somebody I can talk to about this in real life, so I don't need to be talking to you ladies about it. You know, it's just foul. It's just so foul.
It's
They
foul.
struck
And it's
on Christmas.
disgusting.
Yeah, they struck on Christmas. 3 men on me. They struck on fucking. Do they think I'm mourn enough not to see what fucking games they're playing? So yeah, everybody needs to wake up because not everybody's gonna be as smart as me. They could have really got a Nana to unalive herself.
Well, and what kills me is there was a few weeks before when we were, listening to your live as we do, and Mojo was really getting on you even for coming over to visit with us. And he kept saying it over and over, all they do is talk bad about you. And I'm like, this is projection. We don't do that.
Well,
And
that's
then when
what
it all came out on Christmas, he showed you who he was, and I'm glad
that's
that
what
you saw
abusers
it.
do, though. They want to isolate you so they can abuse you, so that when they're ready to throw you out, nobody's going to believe you because you're all fucking alone.
Mm-hmm.
And what was my answer? That's okay. I'll leave because Mojo and Ricky don't seem to have anywhere else they can sit.
Oh,
That was
hell
my
no.
answer. That was my fucking answer. They want to play games with me. They want to play fucking games with me. I can play them back. Not one of those motherfuckers called to see if I was okay. Come on. Isn't this a skit? I'm all gonna love myself. You guys just proved yourself with our fucking skit, didn't you?
Right.
You give people the room to show who they are. They will fucking show you who they fucking are.
Hey,
That's a given
Ultra.
every day of the week. Good morning, Ultra. You want to come up? So yeah, I just gave them the room to show me who they were. And you guys were just like, hey, watch, look at this. I was kind of like, hey, I got this, you guys. I can see what they're doing. They're proving they ain't my friend. They're proving they ain't my friends.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you were both in both lives at the same time. Yeah, because you were like, did y'all see that? That's right. I just remembered that.
And I had Squirrel watching the whole shit show too, you know? And she was the one that she goes, if you Google you and you Google what the hell all the shit they're making about you, she goes, those motherfuckers don't make any sense. They sound fucking stupid. They sound like they're insane. That's what she said to me.
Yeah.
So, and then my husband walked by and he's like, turn that shit down. Turn that white trash shit. He called it white trash shit. That's what he called it, white trash shit. He told me, turn that white trash shit down. And all all he heard was those boys flapping their gums, the men.
Well, and some of the
He
women
didn't
too,
hear
like
the
you were
women.
defending one person hardcore one day. Hardcore.
No, not when my husband said that. When my husband said that, it was all of the men talking about me, the way that they talk about
Oh,
everyone.
he heard of that.
And
Okay.
I was listening to them talk about me, and my husband walked by and said, turn that white trash shit down. And I thought to myself, why the hell would I ever fight to be sitting at this table?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly because he didn't know those people. He was just walking by and heard it. So you want your honest review from the audience? I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Let's look around and see what other people are saying, because not everybody else is caught up in this little TikTok matrix. Maybe we're sitting and watching fucking, and maybe we're amused by the people who are actually fucking delulu. They're fucking delusional and dangerous.
Yeah, look at what Ultra said. I
I
bet you
agree,
feel
Alter. I
happier
should
more
have
often
too.
too because it's kind of depressing over there. All the fighting all the time. All the time. I mean, like last night we were laughing so hard in Angel's Lives or
It
live
was fun.
watching video. Yeah, like
It
I
was
could
fun.
I could not imagine being involved with like fighting and screaming all the
all the
time.
time. And when you try to take the folks away from the fighting and screaming, everybody turns on you, and they'll mic you. They start controversy. And I think what the problem is individually, I don't have anything against anybody over there. I think that they've all had really bad lives, right? And they are collectively the problem, not individually. Collectively the problem. A bunch of miserable people found each other.
Yeah. Yeah, like even the other day, Giggles, when I was in your live crying about Sally, East popped in and she's like, I'm sending you my prayers. And I'm like, there she is. There's the woman, separate, away from all of that negativity, being so sweet and kind.
Mm-hmm.
And then all hell broke loose later on with everybody. It makes me sad. There's so
I
much
think
more to
I
love.
think that they're feeding off each other's toxicity, and I think the males over there, it's. I think that Mojo and Ricky are it's masculine toxicity. They mansplain. If you listen to the lives, they're mansplaining throughout them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Big
women are
time. It's
talking, and the men are
gross.
mansplaining. It's
Hmm.
gross. It's not entertainment. It's toxicity.
No, it's so gross and stupid. I mean, I'm just like, oh, shut up. Shut up. That's usually what we say when we're listening. We're like, shut up, Ricky. Shut up, Mojo. Like,
I don't think they even realize that they are mansplaining, though.
no.
So yeah, they don't realize what they're doing. People are going to do what they do, and what we got is a bad collective. And but the point is they no way should they be okay bullying somebody to unaliving or mocking somebody's funeral. They're a bad collective at this point, and they need to shut the fuck up and stop doing this publicly. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
They need to find a new hobby. I'm not saying they can't even be friends. Just quit drawing other people into your web of fucking toxicity.
Look at Haley. They dumb his way down and we don't even know what they're talking about. Exactly.
Like I said, they're throwing mock funerals to point that other people are throwing mock unalivings to try to teach them points. You know, it
Oh
could have
my
been a real
gosh.
unaliving. They did really hurt my feelings, not in the way they intended.
Did they do one for you too?
No, I did my
Oh
own
my gosh.
unaliving. I did my own unaliving on the 30th.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
The only reason I came back was because of you, Chris. I didn't want to hurt your fucking feelings.
Oh, when I saw that this account right here was no longer found, I freaked out.
And why do you think I resurfaced? I was going to stay gone through New Year's. I couldn't do
Man,
that to you because I'm not a douchebag.
I feel so bad. It took me forever to write you back, though. I got to work and we got slammed.
It
That
wasn't
was
only
short
you. It
staff.
wasn't like I said. There was a few people who showed their character and who they were and how they're decent humans, and that's the reason why I pulled the plug and came back before New Year's with
Thank you.
my mock unaliving. Is because I really couldn't do it for people that are honestly good people. So that's why I came back early, and now I'm just like I'm a ghost. I unalive because I did do it publicly. I did do it. Nobody did call me. So there you go. There's your answer.
If I had your number, I would have called you like a
I
crazy
already know that,
person.
and I'm glad that you didn't have. I'm glad you didn't have my number because like I said.
It would have been breaking boundaries, but I was scared. Sometimes I break them if I want
I
to.
already know that, and I'm glad nobody did. But you know what? It's like it proves something, okay? And the only reason I came back before the first was because of you and a few other people. That's like, okay. And I told Scraw, I was like, we can't do this because there's decent people here.
Yeah, I'm very scared. I'm very worried.
I
Like I
knew
was
that. That's why I came back.
very
That's why I came back. My feelings were hurt, and I came back.
well, and I went back to the group and let them know. I'm like, hey, I heard from Giggles. She's okay. That's all
I
I
knew
know
you
right
would.
now.
I knew you would. That's why I pulled the plug on it.
Thank you.
I already knew. I was like, but I know which group of people is decent and which one's not, huh? Don't I?
Yeah, I know. So
I
did
mean,
anybody over there reach out to you?
not a single fucking one of them.
Oh my gosh.
Only Mega Kitty who walked away.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and they have all my information, don't they? And they know who Squirrel is, don't they? Because they know
Have they
everything,
said
don't they?
that? Have
They
they
were they,
told you
they were
that
doxing. They were apparently they were showing a picture of somebody's house. I don't know. I didn't watch my own doxing because they're fucking idiots. So they're showing a picture of somebody's house. They're giving out somebody's address. They said they know who Squirrel is. Everybody's telling me they know who Squirrel is. I said, oh yeah, sure they fucking do.
Yeah, no, they don't. They
No,
don't
they don't even
know.
know. They don't even know what state Squirrel lives in.
Haley, you got that right. The Hussies have your back, Giggles.
So
The
yeah, no, no.
Hussies.
Nobody called me. Nobody contacted me. Nobody gave a fuck. It hurt my feelings. They did it on Christmas. They let their boys attack a woman. All the women look the other direction because they're always so busy when a female's being attacked by their fucking mansplaining men. The toxicity over there is ridiculous, and the group is gonna get sued if I don't decide to sue them, because I really could have been at a fragile state over Christmas, and I could have unalived myself. I could have.
I know.
They do not know what was going on in my household or my life over Christmas, which is a detrimental day that people do this. Over the holidays, over Christmas and New Year, they pulled this on somebody? A woman they think they've already isolated? That they told nobody likes you? They played these fucking games with for a fucking year? Really? Bad move on their part. That is so fucking douchey. They're choosing to play games with people. I'm just calling them out for doing it.
Right. I don't know. It just makes me really sad.
It
That
makes
none
me
of it
really
worked
sad too,
out.
Chris. It makes me really sad too because I think there are some people that over there that could be decent human beings, but as a collective, they're not fucking decent. They're not doing nothing for their fellow humans.
Yeah, I know.
They're not even doing anything for each other. Beverly has money. Avi does not right now.
Sorry, I think I'm fighting off a little bit of a cold. Ultra MAGA.
Make
Kitty
that
said they
make
would end
sense
up
that
on my,
one
oh my
person sitting
gosh.
there can be a millionaire and another one cannot even be able to feed themselves and that they can just like ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't ignore that if I'm sitting next to somebody who can't feed themselves and I'm sitting there eating steak.
The whole $1 million thing might not be true. I mean, I don't know if it's
Actually,
true.
what Google says is 110 million.
Okay.
Yeah, I only said a million. Google says 110 million is what that couple's worth.
110 million?
That's what Google said, and they Googled me, so I Googled them back.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I only Googled the famous one because I'm not that slimy a person where I think I need to go investigating people. Shitty people are shitty people. Like I said, you got one person there the ops, the people that hate them, are giving her $1,000 for her birthday, helping her out, where she's got somebody sitting right next to her gloating about, having the money to destroy a swimming pool by throwing bricks in it. And we don't
Yeah.
work for them. We don't buy their shit anymore. And then they go out of business and they ain't fucking rich anymore and flaunting in our faces. They're middle class
Exactly.
too. They're middle class too. Let's go on a new fucking goal for 2026 and make everybody middle class. I would love a world where everybody was fucking middle class. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
And then there would be like, it would just be the normal class. You know what I mean? Like, how
Yeah,
come we can't all be comfortable and be happy?
exactly. I would love a world of Americans that were just middle class again. Fucking middle
Yeah.
class America back. I mean, that is the problem.
Well, they're getting taxed to death. How can they? Like, I was at the
Yep.
grocery store yesterday and I bought 4 things. My total was $16 for 4 items, one bag. And that was a good day.
I know.
But it was healthy stuff. And I'm like, holy shit.
But you
How?
know what? It's here's the thing. And Beverly, she was sitting over there and she was trying to get my goat. I'm not a dumbass. She bought the Marie Osmond, Raggedy Ann and Andy collector shit trinkets, right? That she kept on having to
Mhm.
show the group shit trinkets. They're never gonna be worth shit. Okay, that's like buying Franklin Mint. okay? But she's flaunting this new swag crap. And again, I got somebody sitting there that can't fucking pay her bills. And I'm thinking, why the fuck is Beverly showing me this shit she's buying? Because it says Marie Osmond. This is the problem. Like, Marie Osmond needs the money, so she's ripping off my family's legacy now?
Ooh, she probably shouldn't have done that.
Like I said, like
Like,
Marie Osmond needed enough money that she needs to fucking be ripping off my family's fucking legacy and selling dolls now. And Beverly's got to flaunt it 'cause she got the money to buy that shit. I mean, it ain't worth nothing. And that's when I got mad. I told Beverly that too. I said, hey, Beverly, guess what? I know which dolls are going to be worth money once my family writes a book, and I never fucking tell you. Why wouldn't I just buy the dolls first, since I know the ones that are going to be worth the money, and not fucking tell you?
right. No, I don't like
I said
Marie
that. I
Osmond
said
either,
that. I told
highly.
Shep that. I said that shit you bought from Marie Osmond ain't worth nothing. That's
Mm-hmm.
fucking swag. That's fucking. That's nothing. It's crap. Enjoy it. It's crap. You know, people that don't know quality from crap, even if they have money. See, she's saying she eats one meal a day down there. Why are you eating one meal a day? Because I eat one meal a day
Probably
too,
because it
but
costs too much to eat. I did that yesterday too. I just had a vet bill for Sally after she was sick that you don't even want to know how much it was. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to lose weight in January without even exercising because I have to be careful now. But yeah, I had one meal
Haley,
yesterday too.
Marie
Hmm.
Osmond and her brother, they've been commercials and they've been marketed their whole entire life. Okay, that's all that bitch knows. That's all she fucking knows. She's an
Yeah.
infomercial. Marie Osmond is an infomercial. Her parents made her and her brother into an infomercial. She is no psychologically better than any other child star out there. All right, they're all fucked up. They just don't let you know how fucked up they are. But Marie Osmond is just as fucked up as the rest of them out there.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time. Yeah, I'm going on like one meal a day. Meanwhile, my dog has a dietitian. She's got a holistic vet and a team of actual, like, well, the holistic vet's a vet too, but a team of veterinarians as well with Western medicine. And I'm
You
like,
sound just like me. You sound just like me. Our
it's
dog
so
has top
crazy.
medical care, and I'm fucking sitting here. I don't want. I'm cheap.
I know I told my boss at work the other day, I was like, hey, I need to come in and get a few extra hours, because of some vet bills and stuff. And she's like, Chris, can you just feed her normal dog food for 1 month? I was like, no, I can't. Sorry. I need to come in and get
I
some more
know.
hours in.
I'm thinking
Because
about
I'm
getting a
done.
remote job. I'm honestly thinking about getting a remote job right now if I can't get my dolls to do something, because I've been trying to get this thing. I've been being bullied for an entire year. I've been trying to get this thing off the ground for 3 years now.
Gosh. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see the $4 you're talking about. Let me get my glasses. I'm trying to read the bottom here.
Well, we
Um,
just we like I said, me and Squirrel had a long business meeting last night about what's going on with this app, what we want to be putting out into the universe, how we want to represent this, and how we're going to be bringing the story that you guys can actually be telling little stories off of and stuff. Because
mhm.
when once you come up with your characters and that, you got your story, because your characters then are going to bounce off each other and they become something. So yeah, we got our characters and we're about ready to bring them
Good.
up to you guys, and then you guys can help us, play with them, and because this is an experiment. Nobody's ever done this before, as me and Squirrel had talked about last night. So we got our first two extra dolls that can be sold,
That is
knockoffs.
exciting.
Yeah,
Hellcat's ready to buy one. Angel's ready to buy one. I'm ready to buy one. I don't know who the other
really.
person is, but
Are
that's
people
three.
just saying that because, like I said, we
No, they're
were
not
saying
just
this
saying
because,
that.
like I said, we decided to do our first two knockoffs of our own dolls. That's why there's gonna be four, not two, because yeah, she was not happy with the heroine of the story, because she's got Brittany Ann's pictures. I sent her Brittany Ann's pictures
She's Squirrel's not happy.
with the first doll. She's not happy with the first doll. Now that she knows
Oh,
what the story.
gotcha.
See,
Okay.
now that she knows, we have business meetings, like anybody would have a business meeting and talk about our designs and our ideas and shit, right? And
Right.
so we had a business meeting, and she talked about, and she goes, I'm not really happy with that doll. And I said, well, I've showed everybody the doll pretty much. I didn't show them the head yet. I showed everybody the doll. And she goes, well, good. Then I'm changing the entire doll on you.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And I said, well, then what are we gonna do with the other doll? Because she just finished the doll, right? And that's when we decided that we could, because I'm still working on the other doll the other character that we're working on. And so I said, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish my character, right? And then you can knock off my character. You can create another character for my character, and then we can sell the doll you just finished and the character you knock off of my character, and then we got our two dolls that we can sell, our knockoffs.
Awesome. Yeah,
But
don't forget about Hellcat. Are you connected with her on here? She loves your stuff.
not yet, but with everything I just went through with people that were wanting to be fake friends like this, I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
you
very
want to be
careful about who
careful.
yeah, I don't know who's playing fucking games with me and trying to figure out who Squirrel is.
Right. No, you don't have, I do not believe you have to
Whatever this
worry
game
about
they're
her.
playing, it's mental illness. I mean, this game they're playing on people, it's mental illness.
Yeah, but she is too cool to care about all that
I
stuff.
know,
You
I
don't
know,
know.
but they're out showing people's houses and shit, and who the fuck are they doxing? You know what I
I
mean?
know.
They need to
I
stop this
know.
weird fucking shit they're doing. It's weird fucking behavior. They're moving weird, and that's why I'm gonna be careful. Everybody better understand. I'm just gonna be fucking careful because I already lost one best friend off a fucking internet troll, and them fucking with her head.
I know.
I'm not gonna lose another one. I'm not gonna allow anybody to fuck with Squirrel's head.
Yeah, see what
So.
Haley wrote down there? Yeah, she's a badass artist too. I love her work.
That is sweet because I don't know who Hellcat is. I don't hang around anybody who's hanging around Dodge because even the allegations of what he did, it just doesn't sit right with me.
Right, right,
Better
right.
safe than sorry was my opinion on that one.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I
yeah.
do respect that boundary big time because I won't go anywhere near him. No, no.
No,
No, no, no.
it was just a better safe than sorry on that one. I don't want to know him. I fucked with him. He fucked with me. I fucked with him back. He was trying to repo my account because I was sitting next to Bryn. You know.
Oh, yeah.
I know why he came after me. I'm not a fucking dumbass. He came after me because I was sitting with Aveline and Sabrina.
Bougie.
That's how it all started. I was sitting with Aveline, not East. And now I found out that East and Aveline had a falling out. That might be where I came in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean
I
like
don't
a
know
few
when they
months
had a falling
ago?
out. Is that when they had fallen out? Then that's definitely when I came in.
I
Okay.
don't know. I really can't keep up
I
because
came
like
into the I came into the
it's a
picture
revolving
pretty much.
door.
I came into the picture pretty much after Power Off. After East and damn, I didn't power off. Siri, power off. Even my Siri's defiant.
She's like,
Um,
no thanks.
yeah, actually screaming at the Siri. But I came into the picture right after Connie and Laura had beef with East, and I don't even know what the fuck that was about because I wasn't around.
Oh, okay.
I was not around. I was fucking doing my own thing, playing with my dolls, and I was fucking with. I've been out running. I don't even know what the fuck it is because these people have been fucking playing with me for an entire year, an extremely new level of insanity. I had another person making Giggles content with somebody named Jessica, and East's name is Jessica, so I don't fucking understand any of this right now. But I was sitting with Aveline late at night because I'm up and I do my prayers late at night. And Bryn would sit with us, and Sarah would sit with us. I don't even know when it started because it was something that was like a non-subject, nothing burger for me, right? So
Right.
I was sitting with those ladies, but then realized that Angel was streaming my conversations with these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we're boring as fuck. I'm just sitting around talking about candles. And it's like, why are they? It just didn't make any fucking sense to me. That's how I got caught up in that shit.
Right. Oh yeah, we
That's
love to do
exactly.
that. We'll sit there and listen to other people's
And I had
conversation. We're
no
not
clue.
shy about it.
Well, you guys were on my friends list, and I heard them. I heard people that I knew saying, "Oh, her voice is annoying," and I was like, "Why are they talking about me? Why don't they like me? And why are they still on my friends list if they don't fucking like me?" And that fucking hurt my feelings. It really hurt my feelings because I didn't even know I had a beef with anybody.
Right, right. Sorry, I just had to send a phone call away.
Thank
Yeah, it
you.
was not you. It was who you were hanging with that like, yeah, look at what Amanda's writing down there. It was who you were hanging with. We were like, what is
Well,
happening?
I didn't understand what was even going on because, like I said, I was hanging with her because she was in my For You page at night, in her lives, Aveline was.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like she's a little old lady. I thought she was a nice little old lady, you know. I didn't
Yeah.
understand what was even going on. I just started sitting with some nice little old lady. I was sitting with Sarah, who's from Australia. Me and her had long conversations in DM about my family and where they were from and shit. I actually did believe that these were my friends. That call me dumb. And I told Squirrel, I'm so happy I didn't fuck up and introduce you into this type of a fucking horrible situation.
Right. Do you see down there, Ivana Bang McMe? That's Amanda. She's writing to you.
Amanda, you don't need to cry for me, honey. I'm okay. I have a best friend off this app, which she's my fucking rock, all right?
Oh, hi. Anna's here. Hold on, let me get my readers on. Hi.
But thank you. Thank you. Because like I said, I have somebody off this app, and who else has a best friend that'll fucking help them make dolls, man? I got the coolest best friend. I'm gonna protect her with my life.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have four, not two. She went to Hyperdrive and she redesigned that one because she didn't think that the one she's working on is pretty enough to be the heroine. So the new one's supposed to be prettier than the last one.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it does need to be a beautiful doll if it's going to be who you're talking about. I don't know. I'm not going to say who, but yeah, it needs to be a beautiful doll.
She got the. I had to find something. I'm a pickle this morning. Um, she got the headshots, and so she knows. She knows, and she's going to be making it her beautiful doll. But it still has to look like our dolls because we do have a style.
Right. It's going to have to be within that,
Our dolls.
parameter.
Yeah, our dolls.
This makes me smile. I know. I
We
like the
know who it's
pickle
based
too.
off. We know who it's based off of.
I like the pickle, and I also like that little Labubu thing. And it gets an attitude with people. It was
It
getting
ha-
mad.
it does. That thing creeps me out because it gets an attitude with people, and it uses your mouth to work its mouth, right?
Oh, I
But
didn't know that.
I like how weird it acts with my dolls. That little boo boo creepy thing, it interacts with my dolls when I do dolls
Okay.
behind it. Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Because when you went live with Witchy, it was getting mad at your dolls.
it
I
does.
remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's so creepy.
that's how I found it. Is I was fucking around with it, my dolls. I was like, this thing's fucking reacting to my dolls, and yeah, and it fucking gets pissed off at my dolls, and it's so fucking funny. But
Oh
not only that,
gosh.
is there are also filters that my dolls will pick up the filter, and so it'll change the faces of my dolls to with the filter.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Isn't that crazy that I have dolls that will actually pick up a filter face?
Yes.
And so, yeah, I've been having all kinds of fun running experiments on this app. And like I said, I used to have a best friend with Facebook, and I'm not going to start crying again. But we were running experiments on Facebook, and we were trying to stop bullying on Facebook. And like I said, I wasn't there when she needed me because they got her. They got her.
I'm so
And then she
sorry.
and then she got herself. Well, she did it right when the COVID lockdowns happened, and she just moved, and she turned off her phone, so I couldn't get to her. So, so yeah, me and our other friend were frantically trying to figure out how to fucking get to her, and we knew what she'd done,
That's
and we knew
so
why.
sad.
We knew why. Online fucking bullies that do this type of shit.
Chris one upping me with the extra heart. Let me scroll up and see.
No,
Yes.
I think people better realize they better fucking start waking up, realizing what they're fucking doing. This is not a game. This ain't fucking a game. You don't take shit off app.
Well, like Amanda was saying down there, she got very upset the other night and totally logged off, turned off her computer, and went to bed after hearing what was said to you. So it upset a lot of people. A whole lot.
Those women know what my friend did. I told them, just so y'all know, they know what my best friend did, so they can't pretend they didn't know because I told them.
Mm-mm.
Don't play dumb when you're privy to the information.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, they deliberately struck on Christmas. That was deliberate. They're deliberately doing this stuff. It's meticulous, and they're thinking it up as a group. So they're a bad group, and these type of groupings need to be stopped by our authorities and by our government because it's not my ability, nor is it my profession to stop them. That is our government's responsibility.
Right.
I'm just out here proving who people are and how they move. And we'll keep doing that, but we're going to do it with dolls. That's our next step. We're just going to do it with dolls.
Well,
You
and
know,
don't forget the clay class that you're going to give, right? I need to go out and buy some modeling clay.
it's actually polymer is what you're going to want because
Okay,
polymer is what you
I'm
want.
already on the wrong track.
You want polymer because you can use your oven for a kiln with polymer, and you don't have access to a real kiln.
Okay.
So that way, it'll give you more of the effect of being able to use, like real pottery clay in a crafter type of way. So
Okay.
we'll teach you a little bit to do with polymer. You can learn how to make your own earrings that way. You know,
Man, that would be
enough
cool.
good enough for
Have
making
all
your
my
own earrings or
favorite
pencil
earrings.
holders or things like that. But we can play around with polymer clay, so you just get the basics of that. Once you got the basics of it, you might get hooked and start playing with polymer clay. Um, but yeah, polymer clay is fun, and that's one that you can just use your oven for a kiln. So you don't need no UV lights for it. You don't need to go into no pottery studio. You just have to turn your oven to 225 degrees.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Yeah,
I
and it's
think
not
that's
very
something
long
my
either.
daughter should try.
Yeah, it depends on how big your project is, but it can take you from 5 minutes of baking time to an hour. Just depends on your project and how big. So
Awesome.
it doesn't even take a long time to do them.
Yeah, I'll see where my daughter gets hers from because now that you say that, she will well, she's 19 now, so she doesn't do it as much. But when she was a younger teenager, she would make all these little animals with clay and bake them and then paint them and then give them away.
That was
I have
probably
a
polymer.
few.
She thought it was probably polymer clay or bakeable clay. There's the difference. Polymer clay is already colored. So you don't
Okay,
have
she
to
would
do any of
paint
that stuff.
hers.
You don't have to do any of the painting because your little like we'll do it like your little strawberry or whatever you're gonna do, whatever project I have you doing, it'll come out colored and perfect pretty much. And
Okay.
then you can put top coats and stuff like that on it to make it sparkly or glazy or whatever you want to do. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'll just teach you the basics if you want me to do that. We'll figure out when, and I can give you like I said, I'll show you guys the book. I'll make a little content of the book that we'll base this off of.
Man, that would
And we'll
be
pick
so
out some
fun.
creations.
Women only too. Women only.
I'm over the toxic masculinity. They just want to turn
Me
this into an
too.
app where they battle everybody, and that's not going to be my content.
Right.
That ain't
No,
going to
I
be my
get you.
peers. I'm a married woman. I have no desire to be around any toxic masculinity,
Well, and
and
plus we have
that's
to
why.
deal with it every time we step outside our door anyway. So like,
Mhm.
why would we voluntarily deal with that on our
Why do
free
we want this
time?
on
You
our
know?
app? Exactly. These men want
Exactly.
to.
Like, no, hell no.
They want to shake their pickle even when we don't want to look at their pickle.
Yeah. I hate to run. I gotta go. I have to be at my mom's
Uh,
house at 1 o'clock today and clean it
Thank you
for
for
her.
coming up here and thank you for being there for me during all of this. I mean,
You're
like I
welcome.
said, you're the reason why you're the only reason why I came back before New Year's. I hope
I'm
everybody
glad you
knows that.
did. I'm so glad you did. There's
Well,
a
if it
lot of
was,
people on here that care about you.
well, with everything you went through your dog, I talked to her. I was like, I'm not doing this. I said, I'm not doing this to her. I'm going back
I'm,
on right now. It's
I'm
only been
telling you
about
what,
16 hours.
my
Huh?
vet really appreciated your advice because I was telling her I kept trying to get Sally to do this and that, try to get her to walk. I said, and a friend of mine told me, no, let her lay down, let her rest, put some towels and newspaper because she might not be able to use the bathroom. I said, so that's what I did. She's like, she gave you the best advice. Thank you. Your dog needed to rest. The
Well, if
pressure
I would have
dropped
known it was
40 degrees.
arthritis, I would have been telling you to put some warm compresses and and trying to muscle make her muscles feel better. I didn't know what was wrong with her. I felt it could have been internal. You don't know at that age.
Exactly. That's what I thought too. I had no idea it was her arthritis, which it makes sense now. The temperature dropped 40 degrees between that afternoon and that night.
Chris, I am just so thankful that at that age, it's appropriate that it is arthritis and it was arthritis. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because I
thank
told you,
you.
I told you that I got my old dog through for an extra few years. You could still have a few years with Sally.
I would love that.
You
As
just
long
gotta
as
learn
she's
how,
happy, you
and
know?
you just gotta learn how to take care of an elderly dog. That's all I had to do. I quit my job. I took care of my elderly dog until she passed.
Well, that's exactly right. You said you have to learn how to take care of them. That's true. Like, since on
Uh-huh.
Sunday, I put my mattress on the floor. My bedroom looks weird now, but guess what? She can just step right on the bed, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Now I've got the outside set up to where it's easier for her to get to her favorite potty spot. I've just had to redo the house, kind of like I did when my daughter was a toddler, you
Yeah.
know?
Because now you're dealing with a disabled older dog. That's what I'm trying to say. And you can
Exactly.
have the next few years with her because I end up getting a few extra years out of mine when I thought she was a goner, much earlier. I went through this a few times with my dog and it was really hard. And then the final time, it was just so hard to say goodbye,
I
you
know.
know?
I know. I feel like after Sally, I'm going to be traumatized, so I'm going to
Yeah,
take
well,
care
I
of
ended up with 3 rescues because my city needed homes so with loving homes and I was heartbroken. So,
I know.
puppies do heal old wounds. So,
That's
yeah.
true. And there's
I
so
ended
many
up
that need our help.
Well, like I said, I ended up with a house full of rescues. I didn't plan on the third one. The third one just happened. It's kind of like pregnancies.
You're right.
I told my
It's
dog,
so true.
I told my husband, I was like, we adopted puppies. Do you realize we're now in for another 10 years of this at least?
Yeah, I think if I do overcome and get another dog, it'll be like a 5 or 6 year old dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I adopted one that was a year and a half, one that was 10 months old, and one that was 8.
8 years old.
That was the
Wow.
last one we adopted. He's 8, and he's the biggest baby out of all of them.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he is. This little 8-year-old Chihuahua learned how to play again and everything just by having siblings, by having puppy
that is
siblings.
awesome.
They all
I
go on
love
walks together.
Chihuahuas.
Yeah, but the 8-year-old was Chihuahua was an unexpected. It was brought home by my husband. He's like, well, he said, well, like you said, there's no room in the shelters, and they're just gonna put the little guy asleep. I was
Oh,
like, that's it. You're the biggest humanitarian in the house. We're done. No more rescue dogs. Three's it. Because I planned on 2. I didn't plan on 3. So yeah,
right.
because I did the 2 puppy thing because, like I said, the shelters were full and they were putting dogs down,
Yeah,
and yeah, so I did the 2, and then the third one just happened, just like pregnancy.
that's the way
So
it's
yeah.
supposed to be, though.
Anyway, I
Oh,
should let you run. I
Giggles.
need to let you run, and I'm so happy that this turned out a positive thing. So
Me
happy.
too. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I love you and have a good rest of your day.
I love you too. You have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye bye. I'm up here wiggling my pickle alone in a second. Anybody want to come up? I don't bite. I only nibble. Everybody's at work, aren't they? Okay, well, if everybody's at work, I could wiggle my pickle for you. Better than the guys on here wiggling their pickle because they're toxic. They're toxic. Well, I'm toxic too, but in a harmless way. I put dicks on dolls. What do you expect? I'm toxic. I think it's funny. I don't care what anybody thinks. I think it's funny. I lived old to be old enough to have a second childhood. You're cleaning while you're listening. I'm just up here wiggling my pickle in the morning. I'm surrounded by animals right now. I hope you know that. I got a big orange tabby and a golden doodle with me today. So I got half of the pets. The other half the pets my husband has. Every day is like a new mystery to which pets I'm gonna have because they section off. They square off in like teams. But yeah, I got the Maine Coon today and the golden doodle, and he's got it was really cool when it was stormy weather. It was really cool. But sometimes I'd be like, oh God, it sounds like the roof's gonna blow off and go flying off this place. But also, the expo center is rumored to be haunted. Yeah. And by three ghosts specifically. And here's the thing, I have to believe it really is haunted because I worked at the expo center on and off for 20 years. I've never seen any of the rain drums. I think I probably should get some though if there's something called rain drums because that sounds really too groovy for me to pass up. Good morning, Queen Grumpy Pants. But the expo center. Yeah, the expo center was rumored to have three ghosts, okay? And the only reason I can believe that the expo center is really haunted is because I worked at the expo center for 2 decades with a variety of different people. And yet these different people described the three different ghosts. They sure the hell did, without knowing that there were three different ghosts. So I do believe that Portland Expo Center is really haunted because there's no way in hell that some of the staff that saw some of these ghosts should have seen those fucking ghosts. So yeah, and another thing about the Portland Expo Center is one, they couldn't get people to work graveyard at the Expo Center because of the ghosts, but I love working graveyard. Okay, I love working graveyard at Expo Center, and it was like so creepy because you'd be in there and that tin roof, it would move. It would like breathe and stuff and make noises, and it's like the building would moan. So it was just the creepiest location to be doing these type of duties on. So I loved working those. I loved when I was training people, I could make them go into the areas with the ghosts. So that was my cheap thrills back when I was working this place that had ghosts. I'd always make the rookies go off into the areas and do the patrols where the ghosts were. And the ghosts never fuck with me. But I do believe that there are ghosts in the expo center because again, I worked with a variety of different staff over 2 decades, and the three same ghosts were described to me repeatedly. One, he was a Japanese soldier type of ghost because they use that place as a concentration camp, right? So there was a Japanese soldier, that was one ghost. And then there were ghosts that the staff would call the cowboy and the Indian. Okay? So there were 3 fucking ghosts at the Portland Expo Center. And those were the 3 ghosts over 2 decades were described to me repeatedly by different people. So how would different people see the 3 same fucking ghosts? You tell me because I don't know. I can't explain this shit. I am just a witness. But ask the expo staff, ask any staff that work for the expo in Portland, the expo center, and they'll tell you about the ghosts there. Because it's kind of common knowledge at this point. Well, if you've been staff there, of course. If you've seen them, or if you've avoided them like me. Because fuck no, I didn't go into the areas where the ghosts were. There's like the old section, and there's the new section. And my ass is not stupid. I sent the rookies into the old section. Always know your surroundings. I used to tell my boss, I don't want to see the ghosts. I don't want the EBGBs scared out of me because I like my EBGBs exactly where they're at. If you're from this area, then you do know the history of the Expo Center. But yeah, that's what I found fascinating about that site is different people over the last 2 decades have described the same 3 things to me. Yeah. Because I really like firsthand experiences, and I love playing these type of scientific, challenges to where it's like I said, I would send people into the haunted section. I knew where the reports were. It's like where these things were spotted. You find out where they're spotted and you know where to avoid. It's like, I don't want to be spotting any. I'm fucking staying out of that section. But yeah, the old section of the expo was used for concentration camps and it was like cattle farming, and yeah, it's got a long history, very long history in that building. Not all of it good, but like I said, it's definitely a fascinating topic because how could a bunch of people, random strangers throughout a couple decades, be describing the same fucking thing to you? Like I said, I can't explain that. Besides, it must really be happening. Because I'm not talking about people that knew each other. I'm talking about I would ask strangers who were working there, that like new hires and stuff. Hey, have you seen anything in the building? You know, out of curiosity. And I was a core employee, so I was the one that took the rookies through, trained them, and they worked with me. So yeah, I was right there figuring out what was going on, talking to people. And I talked to like the core employees there and was talking to them about what they'd seen. And nobody was like describing all that they'd seen all three. So nobody was claiming to see all three. They were describing different ones to me. So yeah. That's why I find it extremely interesting topic. So I do believe it. My conclusion is yes, the Expo Center in Portland is haunted. That would be my conclusion if I was to be a ghost hunter. So my conclusion is yeah, that location's haunted by three different spirits from three different times. I don't know. The cowboy and Indian could be from the same times. I forgot the stories that the workers told me about this. I know that the story about the Japanese soldiers. He was kept there during the World War II. Different people were having the same experience exactly, and they were seeing like the different apparitions. Like they would see like somebody would see the cowboy, right? And they might also see the Indian, but they wouldn't see the Japanese guy. All right? And then others would see the Japanese guy and they may see the Indian or the cowboy, but they'd miss the third ghost. Some would see one, wouldn't see the other two. But nobody would see all three. So it was asking that question if you'd seen anything became a very curious topic over the last 2 decades of mine when I worked at that location. I eventually quit working graveyards there because it got too fucking creepy for me. It was a really creepy shift. Okay, I worked some very creepy shifts, very creepy locations, and that's the thing. Like people don't realize things like the Edgefield Manor that's here in Oregon. It used to be it was a how do I say this with you got to word the word place facility. It was an institution. Okay, it was an institution of housing for people that weren't of the norm, that were problematic for their families. They would dump them off there because they didn't think like everyone else. So that was an institution until people got their humane rights back and they closed the institution. So what happened to that location, right, is it became this like big bread and breakfast, but they closed off the old sane asylum, the old institution part of it. And then they'd have to get security out there because people would come back knowing that was their home. So that was really a crappy detail to work because if it wasn't for the ghosts, it was the creepy people that were housed there that would come back. You were at a location that was very haunted? Yeah, like I said, I worked in very, very creepy buildings and creepy locations that were abandoned, old historical, and a lot. And like that's why you had security at these locations. So it wasn't because ghosts do anything; it was because people returned to facilities that they were housed in in their younger years. So that was one problem that they have out here at the Edgefield facility is that if it wasn't for the bumps and the creepiness of the night, they'd be having the former patients returning. So these were the challenges of the occupations that people laugh at because, oh, Paul Bart Mall Cop. Paul Bart Mall Cop happens to have the nerve to go places that normal people won't fucking work. So yeah, that's what always pisses me off about society right now is, you know, I did not make my name or my livelihood off of a rag doll. I went out and I did a man's occupation. I did a male's fucking occupation, and society, they shit on heroes. They completely shit on heroes nowadays. And while I was doing a man's occupation for the majority of my life, breaking my body, trying to serve my fellow human being, there's been spineless, fucking cowardly men toting around my family's rag doll for profit, feeding their family, being a fucking cowardless little spineless puke, making their living off of my family's legacy. And that makes me completely fucking sick. Thank you, Haley, because it does make me fucking sick. There's men out there trying to tell my family's story that we've never even told. You can Google it. See how many grills are talking about Raggedy Ann. You see. and wonder why we're not talking up. And then look at the gang that just bullied me and wonder why we're not speaking up. We sold everybody a doll. We didn't sell them an investment. It's only going to screw the investors over in the end because that doll market don't make no fucking sense. And I know exactly why it don't make no sense. And I'm not fixing it because the people have been nothing but fucking shitheads to me. Why do I care if the collectors lose their asses? These are two small banter bubbles. One is the Annabelles that like to fucking spread semen on our dolls. And the other are the Raggedy Ann collectors, and they like to tell stories about my fucking family. So why should I help either fucking group? You might just be witnessing the end of Raggedy Ann right before your eyes. Because when my voice disappears, so does all my knowledge. I'm not so sure how much time I want to invest in fixing that legacy or how much time I want to invest in trying to retrain the public's bad thinking or bad moral compasses. This is why legacies, disappear. The family just quits telling you the reasons, quits giving you the answers. We quit amusing you. There's plenty of people knocking off our dolls. Do you really need the girls anymore? I mean, look, fucking even Marie Osmond, she's in on the act. Go buy her dolls. Don't even worry about why there's a heart on them anymore. We ain't gonna ever tell you people. It's very exhausting. Like I said, especially when you got men out there gatekeeping your family's doll and they don't even know why there's a fucking heart on it. It's extremely exhausting. Who's actually dumb enough to think that my family put candy in hearts so vermin, so rodents would be attracted and give your kids diseases? People still believe in that shit because men told you it? Like I said, people have no clue. Haley, it's kind of been a running joke my whole life. Like I said, there's been guys out there making a living off my family's rag doll, right? They're out there running around with our family's rag doll, telling stories about our rag doll. And that's how they're making their living, And I was out there carrying a pew-pew actually trying to make a difference. It's been kind of a joke, Where are all the men? Is this what the American men want to be remembered as? So, I mean, I can quickly immortalize this chapter because I am the modern Grell. I am the female from the Grells that knows the answers. But I don't think that fucking society deserves them. I don't think society deserves the fucking doll. Do your best to educate your kids with the information we gave you. It's kind of like the cinnamon bear, Haley. I mentioned the cinnamon bear today. Do you know who the cinnamon bear is? Nobody knows who the cinnamon bear is. No, see, you don't know the Cinnamon Bear. Okay, the Cinnamon Bear was a radio broadcast, okay? And the Cinnamon Bear, it was like a Halloween, or not Halloween, a Christmas show, okay? So it was a big cinnamon cookie, the Cinnamon Bear, okay? So, yeah, it's a character, like Raggedy Ann, like Santa Claus. And when I was a kid, our parents would all take us to go see the Cinnamon Bear because it was a big broadcast in the 30s, okay? So everybody knew who the Cinnamon Bear was until they didn't. It's going to be the same thing as Raggedy Ann. Do you understand that? There will be a day your kid don't know the difference between that demon doll and the original Raggedy Ann. I think we're already here because people are paying $1,300 for a doll that's worth $13. So it's not my fault that society got this dumb because they trust what Hollywood says to them. Maybe they should have came and talked to my family. I don't know one Warren that's ever made a fucking Raggedy Ann because guess what, people? There's no such thing as Warrens. Those are mineys. The Warrens don't fucking really exist. So who's teaching your children? Not the girl anymore. Maybe we shouldn't have stopped. I don't know. Like I said, when did society get so dumb? Was it when our family quit teaching children? I don't know. When did this happen? Well, unfortunately, it's not interesting to more people, Haley, because when I try to bring up the topic or educate society on this, I get bullied. So, Like I said, when I tried to come out with the truth about Raggedy Ann, I get bullied. I was accused of not being gorilla enough. What the fuck does that even mean? I can take a DNA test right now and prove that I am related to the first woman that ever created the doll. So what is gorilla enough? Their grandmothers are related to the first person? You know? I don't understand. So like I said, I've been told I'm not gorilla enough when I'm the one with the answers. So how... And I'm not the one with all the answers. That's why I've been looking for the cousins that are also willing to speak up. Like I said, I'm looking for my cousin that has the manuscript because this is very much it's a Easter egg hunt, even for us family members. Okay, there's a manuscript out there that I need to find. It's not published, otherwise we would have the information, wouldn't we? So yeah, there is a manuscript I even need to find because I have pieces of the puzzle, but I found out that somebody else has another piece of that puzzle, and I need to figure out which fucking cousin that is. And I've eliminated the cousins that are worthless and don't have any information for the public. But I need to find the one that's sitting on the big chunk of information that I don't have the answers for. Does that make sense to you, Haley? No, 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 no. I've been looking like through I have to watch social media, okay? To see if that person's talking up like I am. Because my lead is it's my cousin from California. So my lead was my cousin was out of California. All right, this cousin. And I caught up with the cousin that I was pretty sure because she was a girl, she was the right age, okay? So I found a cousin that I was pretty sure like this could be the one, but I was too late and she passed away from the big C, okay? So I missed that cousin by about a matter of a year. So I did not find that cousin in time. But I'm not sure if that's the one. So I got squirrel looking for my cousin. And I'm telling people right now that Annabelle's fraud. That's bullshit. It's not even part of my family legacy or part of any of the line. That doll is fraud. Those are semen, not demon on the doll. That's why that family will not get a genetic testing or all I have to do is do a luminol test on that doll. I'll prove that they're liars. They claim that doll went after Nurse Donna's boyfriend. So that doll should have some type of trace evidence on it. That family, they're not even Warrens. They're Mineys. They're liars. So not hard to debunk them because, again, my family made the doll. And I know every detail about that doll history. The doll doesn't fit their storyline. So yeah, I can debunk them very easily. So that's not the issue. The issue is we've never released the entire story of Raggedy Ann and Andy as a family. We never did that. I'm trying to get that done. Somebody is sitting on info and does not even know what they have, and that is what I was trying to tell you, Haley. I figured that out, and that's why I'm trying to find the missing manuscript. There are two unpublished manuscripts around me already. 2 by boomers. Yes. So, and those are also about Raggedy Ann the doll. So there's already 2 unpublished manuscripts around me by boomers that I can get access to anytime I fucking want to. Okay? But I know what those manuscripts say because I was around when they wrote those manuscripts. So they say everything that I know without the addition of what I know. That's what those manuscripts say. So yeah. So I know where 3 manuscripts are, but the third one I do not have access to, and that's the one I think they're sitting on information that the world needs to know. Prototypes. There are doll prototypes out there. Okay, people? There are doll prototypes. Of course, my family would have doll prototypes and manuscripts. So yeah, even the answers, I can't supply some of the answers the public would want to know because I don't have everything. I think I have enough to straighten out the doll history, though. I think I have enough to straighten out the doll collection. But I don't have everything. If that makes any sense to you. I think I'm missing a chapter. So yeah, like I said, I've been telling people for a while, and I've been telling my mom this too. Why should I write another book that our family has already written and they just haven't published yet? That doesn't make sense to me. Where the fuck are my family and why aren't they putting out their manuscripts? That doesn't make sense to me either. And I'm being bullied when I talk about the family doll. So make it make sense. And again, Google's free. Find one other girl that is talking about this topic and trying to resolve this issue because there are $13 dolls. Dolls worth $13 being sold for $1,300. The public doesn't even fucking know what to buy. It's ridiculous. You guys are all being taken for a ride when it comes to that collection. It's pretty sad. I'd like to get this shit straightened out. Hey, Angel, you want to come up? I'm just ranting as I'm explaining to Haley that I'm looking for a cousin on these apps. Hey, girl.
Hey, so I'm just coming in to say hey and have a great day. I'm going to spend the day at Fiesta, Texas with my daughters and
Oh,
my
lucky
niece,
you.
and we're going to ride rides and have
Lucky
a
you.
great day
Don't throw
before she
up.
goes back to school. Yeah.
Don't throw up. Don't throw up. Throwing up wouldn't
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like so much fun. I wish I was you right now.
Well, with
Yeah,
your ankle, even if you could,
I
you
know.
probably wouldn't have a good time, you know.
I know that. I know. I'm getting it fixed. Don't anybody worry about me. I'm more
All right,
resourceful,
all right.
responsible than people
No,
know.
get your
Okay.
damn ankle fixed.
I was just explaining to Haley my agenda on these apps. I've really very much been looking for my cousin that has that missing manuscript.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because, it's like I'm not going to write a book missing, an important detail, which I know this cousin's holding on to.
Gotcha. I hear you. I hear you.
Well, I told my mom this like a couple years ago because she told me about where two of the three manuscripts are, right? And
Yeah.
I know what's in these two manuscripts, so it's like no big deal. I was like, I don't care about those, Mom. I'm worried about the third one. And she put me on the lead to where, so I squirrel helping me. But the point I'm getting to is my mom started getting on my ass about writing this book, a few years ago, and I said, why should I be writing the same shit that everybody else has written?
Yeah.
They need to be releasing their fucking books. Why is everybody pressuring me to write? Pressuring them to release their books. But yeah, anyway, that's what I was just talking about. It's my agenda is very much to find that missing manuscript. But have a great time. That sounds like
I
a lot of
will.
fun.
I will. I'll be back tonight.
It's
And
Friday,
if
isn't
y'all
it?
are on, we'll see you
It's
on
Friday,
the
isn't
flip
it?
side. See what we can do. Did you have fun last night?
I had a great time last night. I didn't stay for the whole thing though, to be honest.
Oh,
I
I know.
would
It was long. It was really long. We were watching, but I saw you come in and pop in, and we did play some of yours. And did you make it to Walk Like an Egyptian?
I think I missed that. I had a big design meeting last night with Squirrel.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's what happened. And then I got a phone call during that chat too. So I people don't need to know about my personal life, but I do have shit
No,
going
no,
on.
no.
Um, and so yeah, and we decided last night that there will be two dolls coming up for sale real soon, and that the number just went from $2 to $4, and that
Wow.
because we showed people what we were doing, we're redesigning everything. Right, and so
Yeah.
we're knocking off our first $2 so that we can make their duplicates for sale. So we're gonna be
Cool.
like having a couple dolls that will be for sale for the first time. We're gonna auction off for
Brittany,
them.
Brittany says she wants to buy hers when we're done with it.
No. We're gonna have an original one that I might end up giving her. I might end up giving her one because, like I said, we're redoing a doll. We're redoing her doll.
Gotcha.
When me and Squirrel did a business meeting last night, when we talked about her being the heroine, we decided to redo it, and that's our prerogative because we're the doll makers. And she's got all Brittany's headshots and stuff.
Okay.
And she knows that we're not making fun of this doll. This is the heroine of our story.
That's right.
So yeah, so we're redoing that one. So that's what we
Perfect.
tried last night. So that one's getting redone, so nobody knows what it looks like because we already gave you some sneak peeks of that. Well, now you got sneak peeks of the doll that we're going to be selling or giving to Brittany or whatever we're going to be doing with that doll.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, no, that's not the one doll because Squirrel did that doll and then she said, I want to be prettier. She said, I want it to be prettier. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're getting 4 coming, and it should be next week. Squirrel could have had the one to me by like tomorrow, but I said no. We'll just do one delivery because we have to worry about how she's going to get it to me. Like I said, people don't even know how far she lives from me.
Yeah, yeah.
We talked about setting up a PO box so that we don't have to be so secretive with,
Exactly.
so that
Yeah,
you guys
PO
can send
boxes
us,
are good.
so you can send some fucking yarn if you want to, and I don't have to worry about Snake pulling the same shit they just pulled on me.
Exactly. And people already know you're in Portland. You talk about it all the time, so a PO box is perfect.
And they don't know that I didn't move a block away from my fucking home. They don't know what the fuck goes on. People change their shit all the time. That's what these people
Yeah,
don't
I'm telling
understand.
you. Yeah.
Hey, I unalived myself on the 30th. Not one of them fucking cared enough to call or send somebody by. So they can fuck right off. Do they know where I'm at? I called their
That's
fucking
right.
bluff on them. They're getting people to unalive themselves. Aren't people more worried about that than where I live?
You would think. You would think.
I mean, seriously, why do they want people's information? It's not so they can send help. Definitely not for that reason. So yeah, no, I called their fucking bullshit, and not one of them fucking even sent me a DM to see if I'm okay.
Nah, they're. Ugh,
Do I
I
need
hate
to
to
get a
talk
hold?
about
Do I
that
need to get a hold of strangers to see if EMTs were sent to their house?
stuff.
I already know they didn't send no help.
Too funny. Well,
So,
all right,
so
Giggles. You have a
yeah,
great day. We'll talk to you
you have a
tonight.
wonderful day too. And like I said, those dolls will be to you guys as soon as we can get them out. Like I said, we're artists. It's like there ain't no time.
You know,
We do what we
you gotta
do.
make it perfection. I hear you. I hear you.
No, we just do what we do. It's like that's how artists are. Shit still happens, and we work on when we work on them. We talk, we giggle, we change things.
Yep.
We talk, we go. You seen our ass, Dad. It's like we get results, and you've seen our Augie. We get results, and we get them.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
We
I
get
love
results,
your
and we get them.
answer.
You've seen our other one too, our Craig. I mean, we get results, and we fucking get them.
Yeah.
So, and we also have a lot that I don't show too. There's so many fucking dolls I don't show. I'm gonna have to start selling these things. Cause what am I doing? Becoming a doll collector of our own merch?
Yeah. Right. Well, we gotta have fun with them first before you sell them. So
Well,
yeah.
it's like we're working on. All right, we have our first collection, and everybody got creeped out because we called them voodoos.
Well, yeah. I mean, some people would
So
freak
we
out on
put
that.
that up. We put that collection up, and nobody gets to fucking see them. Okay,
I know.
we'll release that after you guys are less creeped out about us. So yeah, we got the voodoos put up, and so yeah, now we're doing the new collection, and we're making sure that they all like they're a collection. They have to look alike. They have to be. They're our collection. They're our babies.
Yeah.
So we're working on the second set of babies right now.
Nice. All right.
And like I said, we did plan on making the extra dolls. One is the character you all want us to auction off, and the second one is going to be a second heroine doll, which was our the original one that we were going to do. So yeah, we're going to do something with her. What am I going to do? Collect her?
No, you don't
No,
want to collect her. You want to share.
no. I think
That's
that
for
we're
sure.
going to auction that one off for kids. Like I said, like the intention was, because
Yeah.
nobody in Portland is doing well. We're not rich people that are grifting. We're really not fucking doing well here. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know. For sure.
It's not like we're grifters. We're really not fucking doing good in our state, and we could really use some extra, help here with the children that aren't doing so good too. Because children don't make money. Just a bunch of grandparents are fucking trying to be creative, getting together here. So everybody in Oregon don't fucking starve. But yeah, so like we're just trying to do our part, and it seems like everybody's working against us. It's been hard. This last 3 years has been fucking hard for us to do this.
Well, yeah. I mean, plus the economy and everything. It's bad.
And
Yeah,
plus,
you have a
it's
really big heart, Giggles.
Well, it's like I keep telling Squirrel, businesses fail or succeed in the first 5 years, so don't give up hope, because we're trying to
No,
start a nonprofit.
exactly.
We're trying to start a nonprofit. There's no difference in starting a business. It's going to fail or succeed in 5 years. So we're going to keep going ahead, and we're going to do something with our voodoo line. We're going to do something with that because the intention was to feed kids with that shit.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're not going to give up on it. We have our products.
I don't think you should give up. I don't think anybody should give up on their dream.
We're not trying to give up, but man, we got people bullying us and trying to get us to unalive ourselves because, of course, we're not two people. We're one person. We're just crazy. We're crazy. It's so funny how quickly people on this app with a free email become therapists.
Yeah, I mean, but they don't. They need to just look in the mirror sometimes. you know.
Well, I think that's what Giggles is doing, isn't it? I'm holding up a big fucking mirror. Are people
That's
enjoying the
right.
view?
Holding a big mirror and saying,
Are people enjoying the view? Because I unalived myself on the 30th. I hope y'all are proud of yourself now, friends.
they don't care. They don't. I mean,
I know they don't care. Isn't that sickening?
very crazy. Yep. They're
Because they're
crazy.
on here every fucking day saying, pay attention to me, care about all my problems, pay attention to me, care about all my problems. And without a fucking blink of their eye, they will take down a couple old ladies trying to do a nonprofit for children. That's fucking disgusting.
Giggles, you don't hurt anyone. You don't hurt anyone. It's you know what I'm saying. You don't have any
I'm like
malice.
you. I'm a heckling hussy. I'm not a
Yeah.
hussy. I'm a married woman. Don't call me that. That's your fucking name.
uh, I'm a heckling hussy.
You guys
Goddamn
got
right.
you got to think up your own name for me and Squirrel. We're
Okay, we'll
like
have to think of
we're
that.
like the
I'm gonna.
we're the grouchy grannies or some shit like that.
God,
We ain't no
you're
heckling
such a
hussies.
grouchy granny. You're so funny. We'll think of something. We'll think of something for sure.
Did you guys get booze and DVS to fucking calm the hell down? Or are those two going to end up in jail or something? The
They'll
way they're
never
going
calm
after people,
down.
the way they're going
They'll.
after people, that's not legal. I hope they know that. That's
I
I know me,
well,
and it's not
they
brilliant. So what the fuck
no.
are they doing?
I don't know. I know they've been in trouble. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've pissed a lot of people off back in the past to do stuff, but apparently they know what the laws are in their areas to just be right there on the edge. And sometimes
Not when you're
people
bullying
don't talk.
grannies online to unaliving themselves. That's not the case because
No.
there's such thing as elderly abuse that these kids are overlooking.
Oh, true. Yeah, right. Elder abuse.
Oh, I just named the law they get fucking nailed for. And they think they're above the law. They get nailed for elderly abuse very easily. Because what they did to me was elderly abuse. No fucking wiggle room there.
Well, you calling yourself old?
I am fucking old and I will not have little fucking millennials fucking abusing me.
There you go. Yeah.
The,
Well, I'm not.
the,
I'm Gen X. I will never abuse you, Giggles.
the law states at what age you are old and considered elderly, in which these little fucking punks on the internet that fucking are acting mobster can get popped
Yeah.
for it. The law is
Yeah.
really clear about that. They better be careful with their phones.
Well, they better be. I mean,
I am old.
I
I am old enough to get them a charge. That's all that matters.
yeah.
Yeah. Look at the laws. I am old enough to get them a charge. They are attacking complete strangers, not knowing if that stranger can get them a fucking charge. Disability and senior laws are very real. Cyberbullying is very real. Not caring if somebody unalives themselves after somebody says, do you just want me to unalive? Would that make you happy and then disappears? That's very fucking a real law that you can be prosecuted for. People better wake the fuck up before they start getting prosecuted.
Yeah, I don't know what would happen if somebody did that to him.
I don't know what would happen if somebody actually unalived that was a grandmother and they got charged for that shit. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, I just did the mock scenario. Are they off my case yet, or they really want me to do it? I just did the mock
I think
scenario. Are they happy? Are they happy? Or are they sad today? Are they happy to hear that they're not getting charged because I'm still here on this earth? Or are they big mad because I'm still on this earth and I'm annoying them?
I think that if you leave them alone, I think they'll leave you alone.
I never wanted to fucking see him. He showed up on
Yeah.
my For You page doing Smittler fucking waves. That's how
Yeah.
I was introduced to
Yeah,
him.
Smittler. Yeah, we teases. Yeah. I would just say every time you see him, just hit the block button, girl.
That's
Hit
what
the
I.
block button.
Well, I was in your live when he attacked me, and
Yeah.
I told him I honor the block. I said that to him.
Yeah.
And I said,
you
"What do you
did.
want?" I said, "The apology's not working. What do you want? You don't want an
Yeah.
apology. He doesn't want an apology. He wants unalivings. That's mentally unsound, and the government deals with that, not me. So again, I honor the block because I'm a mature
Yeah.
adult. He's not being a mature adult because he came after me after I honor the block.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I would say if he's ever in a live or you're in a live,
I won't mention his name again. I'm dead.
Yep.
I'm deceased.
There you go.
I'm unalived.
That's how I
They
am with.
already. I know the date he unalived me. He unalived me on the 30th of December. And it's a new year, motherfucker. You're unalive, Giggles. Move on.
Move on. Yep. That's how I am with Laura. I did my eulogy and done. No, I'm done.
Yeah, you know what gave me the
Yeah.
idea is all these sick ideas of fucking holding mock funerals. I figure if they can hold mock funerals, I'll hold my own fucking mock unaliving. Only reason I came back is to tell Chris I was okay. And then Chris told all you guys and it was all over with. You already knew.
Yeah.
So yeah. But if they can be gross and hold mock friggin' funerals, and then somebody said, oh, Giggles, what about karma? Karma? You think I'm gonna go karma and off myself? What's wrong? No, karma. That's something somebody does to themselves, and that's not karma. That means me doing it to myself, and I'm not doing that to myself. So I ain't gotta worry about karma about that. But that whole mock
Right.
funeral stuff, there's
I
karma
mean,
with that.
yeah, no, I don't think people understand that. You know what I'm saying? I hear you.
So yeah, you know, just everybody don't mention me if you see him around because I'm now his ghost, the spirit of Giggles, to prove what these fuckers will do. I'm the
Yeah,
spirit of Giggles, people. And
that's
so, no,
right.
when he's around, I won't be up and talking. I don't need to be up there platform talking. Does everybody understand that I'm not trying to be fucking famous? Everybody else is trying to make me famous.
He was blindfolded.
Yeah, I hear that. And well, we want to make you famous with your dolls, though. We just want to.
That's it. That's it. It's like if I wanted to be famous as me, wouldn't I be out there throwing out books as me, saying Raggedy Ann as me? I'm not trying to cloud off that doll, unfortunately, when all the
Did you
men
see
in
my? Did
America
you see my
are.
cost? Did you see when I dressed up as her when I was in middle school? Did you see the
I think
picture?
that's so funny because you know what I would have done to my mom if she even tried to do that to me?
What would you have done?
Oh yeah, my mom knew even better than to shove that doll at me and try to put it in my hands and take pictures. My mom knew better. My mom knew better. My mom's been trying to get me to write about that doll my whole life, and she knew better than to try
But
to get
you
me to
know, I
carry a
love
Raggedy
my
Ann around.
Raggedy Ann so much. I thought
I
that was
actually,
the
it
perfect
actually,
outfit for
it
me.
actually kind of jiggled my memories, but I think that when I was real little, my mom put me in one of those plastic Raggedy Ann costumes where they give you
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
plastic
yeah.
ant
The
and the
yes,
and like the rubber cape thingy.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think my mom did trick me into being Raggedy Ann one
She
year.
probably did. Did she take
I think
pictures?
she.
You got to go ask her.
I
Where
do
are
not
my
know. I
Halloween
don't.
pictures, Mom?
I'm not sure if she did, but I think I remember my mom tricking me into it when I was real young, and then I rebelled because my grandfather was a very strong influence in my life. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and so me and my grandfather used Raggedy Ann to fucking play. Oh, we sure
Yeah.
fucking did. And we didn't play nice with that doll with people. We didn't. We'll be honest. Me and my grandfather, we were stinkers. We were stinkers with that doll and the busybody ladies that loved the doll. I mean, we were such stinkers to the boomers that loved that doll. So yeah. So
But I
yeah.
loved mine with no legs. Mine had no legs. I think I told you that. I loved it. I dragged it around everywhere,
Yeah.
and when
And
I
I was.
my mom bought me that red and white striped shirt, and I
Mhm.
would wear it by itself. But I was like, oh wait, I can wear like a apron with this and be Raggedy Ann. And my mom bought me that red wig and put a big old red bow in my hair. It was so funny.
Well,
But yeah.
Angel, because I was surrounded by these women that were boomers, they just loved Raggedy Ann. They would
Uh-huh.
come at me and they would like put the doll, they'd try to get me talking about the doll, put the doll in your hand, try to get you talking about the doll. They woo woo me. They woo woo me.
Woo, woo,
It was so funny because I would just fuck with them, tell them stories about that doll, and they'd be like, "You're just lying now." I used to love fucking with the old women. I used to love fucking with them when I was a kid. I was a bad
that
little
makes us
kid.
look like we're like, oh shit.
I was a
All right, girl.
bad little kid. I was
All
such a
right,
bad
I
little.
gotta go get ready. I will talk to y'all later tonight. You have a great night, great
You have
day.
a great
Okay.
night too.
All righty. Bye.
Bye bye. Anybody want to come up here? I don't bite. I just nibble. I'm going to be a ghost just like you. Like I said, for some people on this app, they dare not even mention my name again. Okay. There's just no reason for them to fight. Even if they see me in a room, just they better not fucking even mention me. Again, the Giggles, they knew and alive on the 30th. They all proved that they don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. And I wouldn't worry about when they tell you all the stories of woes about their lives. I wouldn't worry about them. Why don't you worry about the kids out there that don't have parents and aren't able to, tell you the story about the woes of their lives because they don't even have phones to get on these stupid apps and tell you. So, that's where I think we all need to refocus our energy into the people that are actually victims out in society because they can't even reach out for help because they're such victims. I think these people that are out there saying, "Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, my life's been so miserable." They can speak for themselves, right? So how hungry can you be if you can ask for a meal? I'm more worried about the people that can't ask for a meal because their voices are being silenced to the point that they're all fed up and don't even feel like living any longer. Those people I'm worried about, not these dry beggars. I'm not worried about dry beggars today. I'm worried about the children who can't step up and feed themselves. I'm worried about the elderly that are being bullied and taken advantage of on these apps. I'm worried about the people that are being driven to unalive themselves like my best friend. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about these groups doing it. That's the government's problem to worry about. I'm just holding up a mirror and saying, people, wake up. This is happening. How many Rizzies do we have to have? How many people like my best friend do we have to have? These are societal problems. When do we find societal solutions? Just wondering. I'm an optimist. I do believe that we can all get together and we can change shit. I really believe this. I believe we can organize enough that we can start nonprofits and we can change this shit around. Just gotta leave the drama behind, man. Get the people that are willing to work. Get the people that do the fucking lip service and talk out their fucking necks out of our fucking bubble. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers talking out the side of their neck with these men mansplaining for them. These women hiding behind the mansplaining men when they're just vicious fucking groups. And there's so many of them on here. It's became cliche. Again, I find it really, ironic that the same thing that happened a few years ago on Facebook has happened to me again on TikTok, except for this time, I was able to protect my best friend. There's the only difference. The only difference is I didn't lose another friend this time. And again, Squirrel knows what happened in our lives a few years ago. Squirrel's aware of my history. Squirrel knows what happened to my friend. Squirrel knows these type of people that exist on this app that just came over from Facebook to play the same fucking games and torment society and drive the weak-minded people off of, not the app, they're actually driving people off the planet. When are people going to step up, man? When are people going to say enough of this shit? Drama talk? Messy talk? No, that's moving goalposts, man. It's moving goalposts. There's no such thing as messy talk. There's messy fucking people. There's people that love drama. There's people that don't care if people unalive themselves. Evil doesn't exist. Evil works through man. It's the only way evil exists. Through the act of humans. It's the only true evil there is. There ain't no fucking demons or ghosts coming out to get us all. Only demons or ghosts are coming out is through fucking people's fucking bad souls. Their bad moral compass. Their lack of fucking humanity towards others. Self-centeredness. Narcissism. That's where the demons dwell. You worry about what's in your fucking closet. You should be worried about what's on your fucking phones. Anyway, I'm just sitting up here preaching today. I'm on my soapbox. Giggles on a soapbox, shaking it like a pickle. Pickle dance. Am I pickly enough? I got the vinegar, I got the salt, and I'm shaking my chips. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, well, it's Friday, and I should probably, do some doom scrolling, shouldn't I? Should I do some doom scrolling and see what the fuck is going on? I'm pretty sure, hopefully nobody's fucking talking about me today, because those are not my friends. Again, friends don't do friends like that. You got friends like that? Shit, I suggest you go out and try your enemies, because your friends ain't no fucking better. So yeah, there comes a time in life that you have to look at the table you're sitting at and say, geez, do I need to really even fight to sit here? Or am I becoming everything I do not believe in? And you have to fucking walk away. And also, there may be groups that you've been hanging with for a long, long time. And people change and groups change. And sometimes that group that, was so cool when you first started hanging out with them, they could actually turn into something really bad. And they can implicate you in things that you're going to give up your freedom for. So you got to wonder, are these friends worth my freedom? Do they align with my fucking values and my ideals? Because, people grow. They learn as humans. And sometimes you may have started out, in a condition surrounded by some people that, you may just outgrow. And it's okay to walk away and be able to walk away and live another life, like a divorce, After divorce, it's not okay for one person to hunt a person down and say you're not allowed to have a quality life after you leave me. You get to have a fucking new start and new friends. Do not think these banter bubbles control your future, and do not give up hope there's a future without that banter bubble that all circled you and told you how much they loved you until they don't. It's always the until they don't part.
Hey guys, happy
Oh,
New
I love
Year.
this person.
So
Happy
yeah, I'm
New Year,
currently
sweetie. I love
on
that
a
person.
road trip. We're driving through the
I'm
Everglades.
not calling out. I'm not doxing people, but I love that person. She's a sweetheart. So yeah, I'm not saying there's not good people on this app. What I'm saying is you better watch for the bad collectives on this app. Because they're going to pick your brain for what sets you off, what triggers you, what unhinges you to get the best show they can out of you. And then they will toss you aside after they've used you for your bitcoins. Again, we've seen it happen to Rizzy. We're seeing it happen
We're on our way
to more and
to
more. We had 5 unalivings. 5 unalivings last month on TikTok that I know of. There could have been more. And if I would have done that on 30th, I would have been, the 6th? So you better look around who was hanging out with the Giggles, loving the Giggles before the 30th. That was perfectly fine with losing the Giggles from this world because of their actions. Because this was only a test, just like their mock funerals, except for there's no karma coming back on me for a mock unaliving. Because, the only karma would be if I was really going to do that to myself. And I have people in my real life that do not weaponize my emotions and they love me. So no, this was a test. And I pulled the plug on the test very early after, half a day. Because I realized there are decent people on this app that did care. Oh, not those people that you'd think. Not the people I was sitting with that claim that I was ever... Don't let them false jacket a Giggles with their friendship, okay? No. Friends don't do people like that, okay? So, yeah. But there are people on here that prove that, the time that I've spent being harassed in the last year was not fruitless because I did make people... attract people that are of quality nature. And, I'm not someone that will throw the baby out with the bathwater. I won't do that, and I've said that before. As long as I believe there are quality people out there, there is, in my opinion, there is a reason to have hope, a reason not to give up on humanity because there's quality people out there still fighting for humanity. And if we can just get all the quality people to collect together, then maybe we can get, some quality charities built, some quality nonprofits that are really fucking nonprofits going. Because you got quality people that aren't going to exploit those type of powers. And that is my hope, that we can turn humanity around to where we start passing the baton to people of responsibility, and that the people are the people with the good moral compasses. The people with the money are the people that are going to use the money for good reasons. All we're doing now is we're living in an era where we're all weaponized against each other, and we're completely destroying the American dream and destroying the middle class, and we're destroying humanity and each other. And we're really being lousy examples for the children, if you ask me. So what fucking changes this shit around? Please, somebody can help me and tell Giggles, because I've been wondering all this shit ever since my best friend decided there was no hope and ended her life. So, when that happens with somebody that you care about so much, so deeply, you got 2 choices. You can join them or you can move on and try to change shit. Again, I'm an optimist. I have not given up on my fellow human being yet. Not yet. I won't tell you all those secrets of Raggedy Ann, though. I sure fucking will. I will not snitch on Raggedy Ann. Not completely. I'll tell you enough to know that fucking Anne and Lorraine were frauds, bad people, and they hurt children. I gave you that much. You enough to know. You got enough to know about Raggedy Ann to know that doll Annabelle is a complete fraud. I've leaked enough about the original so that the public can put that together. If the public can't put that together, that's not my problem. I don't want to be out there getting famous on this topic. It's It's disgusting. I got a Kushel asking to be up here. Kushel, who are you? Hey, Kushel, what's going on? You want to come up? Why don't you say a few words to me first? Like, hello. Because I don't got a problem bringing you up here. But I want you to say hello first or something. Are you even old enough to be up here talking to a pickle shaking it? I got no problem talking to a child, but I'm going to talk to you like a child, so who am I talking to here? Because I don't need to talk about anything bad with a child, so Kushel, who are you and how'd you find me? You obviously had something to say because you tried to get up in my box. Okay, moving on. Kushel don't want to speak, they just want to come up in my box and linger, I guess. So we don't even know Kushel's an adult. And again, I'm not saying anything that a child can't hear, because a child ain't gonna understand the stuff I'm saying. Maybe about rag dolls, but it's about, rag dolls are being misused by adult men. So, at some point this topic had to be discussed. And who's better to discuss it than somebody that made that doll? My family made that doll. So yes, it's fraudulent. My family made the original. That is not the original. That's something that came out of a factory that is child size that the Catholic Church is using to trick people with. And they never had any consent of our family to do that. So it's fraud. Anybody sitting down there still listening to me? Ramble, ramble, ramble. Okay, well, wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. You can DM me if you want to talk about what's going on, Shell. I do not suggest anybody talks about their real life out in the open anymore. People talk about their real life out in the open, they're just trying to get the attention or whatever because nobody gives a fuck. I think I just proved that with my mock and aliving. Okay. And I'm not going to say nobody because very few give a fuck. I'll just rephrase that. Very few give a fuck. You better worry about those that don't, that are trying to weaponize anything you're saying. So yeah, I'm not going to say everybody doesn't give a fuck, but very few do. You better watch what you're saying in public on this app. And I mean that. Because everybody that's saying, oh, my life, my life, my life, they're on here saying that just as a ploy. Because those are the same people. They don't give a fuck. They just fucking drove somebody to mock and aliving themselves. So again, I think we better start worrying about the victims out there that are actually can't speak for themselves. And not the ones that are so loud to tell us how unfair life is. I'm not going to worry about the people out there yelling to the rooftops, oh, life is so unfair. Oh. And then you try to give them solutions to fix little problems and they make up fucking excuses. That's what I experienced with that group. Excuse after fucking excuse after excuse. And I'm sorry, but money doesn't solve everything. Once in a while, you got to get out there and you got to do the fucking footwork and figure out shit yourself. Everybody's not going to fucking deliver a meal to your door because you fucking whine and say, oh, I get problems. I am more worried about the people eating out of trash cans right now because they have no voice and they can't speak for them fucking selves. And by the grace of God, I'm not somebody eating out of a trash can today, but I could be if I hung around these motherfuckers. Because they don't care. Like I said, we need to reorganize and take care of the people that don't have voices and cannot help themselves. It's just that simple. We're now living in a society where it's like people think if they whine the loudest, they're the ones that get the most bitcoins. It's a problem with their thinking, not mine. If you want to find somebody truly in need, it's not hard to find somebody truly in need. They don't have to scream and say, I'm truly in need. They're eating out of the garbage can right by your fucking home. That person's truly fucking in need. Go help them with that shit. You want to find somebody truly in need? It's not that hard. Go look for it under the local underpass. There's somebody truly in need. Help them with that shit. That person that's truly in need isn't on your TikTok dry begging and lives. They're sleeping, under a bridge somewhere. They're in a facility somewhere, 6 years old, wondering where their mommy and daddy are. Priorities got all their fucking, society's got their priorities all fucked up. It takes one frustrated old lady to say this shit, that society's got their priorities all fucked up. It's not that hard to find people in need. You don't need to find them on your TikTok. People sitting in your peer group, it's like, who's the biggest whiner? I just watched somebody sitting next to a millionaire that couldn't get a fucking meal out of him. That is scary to me. A bunch of fake-hearted fucking fools out there. I'm sick of it. All those people, those fake friends boasting of how rich they are, how much money they have. And Giggles is so poor. Giggles is so poor, and we're so rich. Well, I wasn't the only one poor sitting there. I'm not the only one poor sitting there, but I know one thing. I'm not as poor as the person that's still sitting there. And you know what? She's still doing without, because she's got shit fucking friends. And Giggles is going to be just fine, because I got real fucking loved ones. See the difference? Shit fucking friends versus real fucking loved ones? One of us left. One of us still gonna go hungry because we don't know the difference. I'm sad for the person not smart enough to know the difference between friends and enemies. And so Squirrel. I'm speaking for Squirrel on that one. She's pretty sad for that person that's still going without meals or phone bills and shit like that too. Because you picked the wrong fucking people. Anyway, I don't know how long I want to sit here talking to myself. How much longer until you get seen? I know people get this shit on rewatch. I don't mind talking to myself for a little while. Hopefully I educate somebody, they learn something, they become a more decent human being. I do realize that not everybody was born with the blessing of having two parents. I do realize that not everybody was born with the blessing of a clean birth, okay? Gills realized that she's blessed. I do realize this. I do not take my blessings for granted. I had a clean birth and I had both parents. That's more than most people had, and I realized that. And I had both my grandparents, and I had things people did not have afforded to them, and I do realize that. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about advantages that other people don't get, just natural selection, where they start out disadvantaged. I don't take any of my advantages for granted. I think that's where others have fallen short. And believe me, there was a time when I was taking shit for granted, and I really had to do some amends, because like the people that loved me, I did not realize they loved me as deep. Just like this little experiment I pulled on this app, where I pulled the plug on it because I realized that people fucking cared. Okay? In real life too, it's like, I'm not proud of some of the things I put loved ones through, just to, I guess, for them to still be there for me, But, how do you know that you're really that blessed unless you really know people are really there for you, right? So Giggles is blessed. Don't fucking worry about me. I'm not blessed with fucking friends on TikTok, apparently, because, the majority of them turned out to be bogus fucking fools. But I'm blessed with a few good friends. What do they say? What do they say? That by the end of your life, if you have, if you have enough real friends to fill up an entire hand, you're truly blessed. I think that isn't the saying. That, all you really need, like, is a handful of friends through your lifetime that are real friends to be a blessed individual. Well, then I'm blessed, if that is the measure of blessings. Not me having $1 million bank account. Because, I've known some really rich motherfuckers that are just miserable SOBs. You can't buy happiness, you can't buy health, and you can't buy friends. People try. People fucking try. I wish people would try just to be good humans and go out and look for those people that were of need. Because I'm telling you right now, the people that are really of need, you're not going to find on this app. They're out there eating out of a garbage can. They're sleeping under a bridge. They're a little kid in a shelter crying for their mom and dad. And they're still gonna be in need tomorrow, because what I'm getting off this app is nobody truly gives a fuck. Everybody just cares about their look good. And next week I'm just gonna be doing doll content, so you ain't have to worry about hearing my little soapbox fucking shit anymore. And I really did not get on this app wanting to talk about Raggedy Ann at all. I really didn't. So yeah, that ain't gonna be my platform either. As far as I'm concerned, people, you're watching the demise of that doll and that legacy, and I really don't care if it's over. My family is not out there helping anyone, as I've thoroughly checked for them. My family don't give a fuck. It's an old doll. We sold you a doll, not a fucking investment. You're all being ripped off in the collection market. Just want you to know. But that's kind of your fault, not mine. We sold you a doll. We didn't sell you a fucking collection. I don't even have to straighten out that collection, because we didn't sell you a collection. People just collect. That's what they do. So yeah, don't go buying any Raggedy Anns for collecting value, because you're going to get burned. Those things they're fucking gouging the fuck out of people. They're preying on your ignorance. That don't sit very well with me. But we didn't do it to you. My family didn't do it to you. You guys just started collecting our dolls. Nobody told you to. We didn't even finish writing our story. Didn't even finish writing our fucking stories. And the public attacked us so bad, I don't think you're gonna get any more stories. So I don't know. You'll get different stories, but none about Raggedy Ann. I think we're done with that doll. I think I'm done with the doll. So yeah. But you are going to be getting our new launch, because we got 4 dolls coming next week. There'll be 4 dolls next week. Not 2, 4. And I could have had 2. I could have had 2 ready in just like by Sunday. There could have been 2 ready by Sunday. But we decided no. We pushed that back. Next week there's going to be 4 instead of 2. Because that's just what we chose to do. Well, there'll be 3 for sure. I think the 4th one will be straggling along after I finish the one that I have in my hands, because we need the one I have to complete the last one we're going to be doing, which is the 4th. So there you go. That's your little preliminary on what's going on behind the scenes with us, because we very much are working. I had a long design meeting last night, and what we were going to do and how we were going to change things up and how we were going to switch things around. So yeah. And we still have, let me count them again, because I have the original collection I'm trying to not count in. So we got 3 dolls. I got 3 dolls here that are already operable and already done. So I'm working on the 4th one, and then there's 3 more coming. So $7 total. That's what we have in this collection so far. So you got the preliminary count on that one. $7 total so far. And that's just this collection. That's not the original one. Man, these collections, they fucking develop quickly. So yeah, there's 7 in this collection, and that's your update and what's going on behind the scenes and what went on with our meeting last night. And even when I'm sitting here live, I could be working on my dolls. People don't know. That's why I have a pickle wiggling. I'm not a big person that's in favor of showing everybody what I'm doing as I'm doing it, so they can be stealing my fucking ideas and stealing my fucking products and shit. I'm not big on this. This new thing of having everybody look at you all the time really annoys me. So, yeah, I kind of like the filters. So people don't know what I'm doing until I do it and show it. Other than that, I don't know. I just don't know. Doing a live interactive thing, which is something new. I don't think it's ever been done. A lot of things I've been doing, I don't think they've been done. That's what I like. I like originality. I do not like to copy other people, so I try not to. I try to think up my own things as I go. And yes, art is controversial, and it's like very much, the eye of the beholder thing. And that's hard with this type of an app where everybody's so goddamn judgmental and so quick to jump on somebody's ass. Kind of hard to be an artist in this modern society. So yeah, again, we're winging it. We're trying to do something completely original that's never been done, and it's being done live, and we're creating it as we go along for our people. So yeah, you guys know that we are real artists because we're fucking actually doing it. And so yeah, the count is going to be 7 by next week, and it's currently at 3 completed and 1 in the process. Am I right there? Oh no, I got that one too. If I got my fun one, then we're looking at 4 completed because I forgot about that one. I forgot my base doll. So yeah, looking at 4. I gotta find everything because I'm gonna get really disorganized because I get these collections. They get so big that I end up losing parts, losing pieces, losing collections. Dogs run off with them and play with them. Becomes a big mess on my side of things. So I gotta get this collection organized because it's a new one, and I gotta put the other one aside. Because I planned on releasing the other story, and I planned on releasing the other dolls, and I didn't plan on having to do a mock and a living because I would be bullied. Never planned on that happening. So yeah, the mock I know what date that Giggles mock unalived herself. I'll forever know that date because goodbye to 2025. It was a horrible year. Me and Squirrel were bullied all year. And again, why the fuck would anybody bully the narrator of a doll show? I don't got a fucking clue because they're nuts. But that one, there's your solution. Because they're fucking nuts. Because they have enough money to fucking bully people. Because again, I was sitting with people that are supposedly were very, very fucking wealthy, but their entertainment is bullying others. They like to see other people sitting in their group starve and bullying others. I would like to see the era of greedy Americans be what's unalive next. Greedy Americans being held accountable for how well off and how wonderful they look. You don't look that good to me. Your life doesn't look good to me. Why the fuck would I want to pay all that money to fucking sit in a fucking bathtub with you people somewhere with a nice fucking view? I find fucking you greedy ass fucking wealthy Americans to be disgusting, and I don't want to share a hot tub hole with you. Or a bottle of Corbel or whatever the fuck you're uncorking. I think the whole fucking greed mongering, we have to have so much money that we don't know what to do with it era needs to fucking be ended. I mean, why does somebody need billions of dollars? Besides the fact they're just a sick, greedy ass human being. Gotta wonder, because my family didn't ever need billions of dollars. We shared our love. We shared our product to the point that it fucking bit us in the ass. So why does anybody need a fucking $1 billion? You tell me why other families aren't like my family and don't fucking share it. Don't fucking try to teach good moral lessons. Don't try to be good fucking people. I'm not talking about all my family either. I'm talking about old school. Because the majority of my family's gone now. The good ones. God takes the good ones home. Don't we know this yet? I'm still trying to earn my fucking wings. I don't think I'm doing a very good job either. I think I'm doomed. I'm left behind. Giggles is left behind and is not getting her wings. See me shaking her pickle for Satan in hell. But yeah, if you guys are waiting for any more good Granny Grills to pop out and fucking tell you all the answers about that doll, you are shit out of luck. And you ran out of good Granny Grills. So fuck you all. You got no fucking collection. It's not an investment. It's just a bunch of old rags. And new swag. Old rags and new swag. Hey, you don't know me? You want to come up? Sitting here rambling off fucking nonsense of old women. Old women nonsense. If you want to watch or read it, watch. I already gave the lowdown on what's going to be going on with our dolls. We're going to be having a bunch coming in. Hey.
Morning, Giggles. Well,
Just
yeah, it's still
hanging out.
morning where I'm at.
It's only 9:30 here. I'm just hanging out this morning, catching some love.
Oh, dang it. Oh, yeah, you're on West Coast, huh?
Yeah, that's why you guys are all ahead of me, and it's
Yeah.
been difficult. It's been difficult being friends with people that are all ahead time of me because y'all go to bed so damn early.
Well, I have to work all night, so I'm the exception. I'm up all night.
I might be hosting all night lives because I do my prayers in the middle of the night still. I'm not going to
That's
end that because Avi and them did that shit to me. I'm not going to stop being me.
Oh no! I've missed so much the past week and a half or two. I don't know who did what to who or
It
when.
wasn't good. You're lucky you missed it. You're lucky you missed it. Yours. I should have left when Ultra Mega Kitty left.
Yes.
I knew when they went after Renine for her voice and that shit. I knew that, and I knew they were coming after me. I knew it.
Wait, they went after Renine too?
They went after Renine because of her voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't have good enough computer skills to be one of the gang. I know why they got rid of her. Okay,
Goodness.
it because she's heavy on her mic and she doesn't have the skills or the demeanor to platform their group, in my opinion. Okay, I think they're looking for a collection of the perfect personality types to platform their group.
Yeah.
And I didn't make the cut because I'm a strong personality type and I was not going to agree with and follow blindly on some of the things, like when they asked me to call the police station. I was not comfortable with that, and I said I'm not comfortable with that.
I was about to say, I think you have to. I think it requires blind following, and then once the lies get caught, it still requires going along with it and justification of why the lies were told, even if they were about said person. Because
I knew I was done for when I did the peace summit. I knew that was the end of me. I knew it was the end of me, and that's when Mojo was like started to get more aggressive.
Mojo will get just like crazy from like 0 to 100. He'll be having a normal conversation, and then somebody will say something that
Yeah,
he
they picked.
doesn't even get the context right half the time, and he just flies off the fucking handle about something that is. It's
Well,
funny. I'm sorry.
On Christmas, I left a message for Matt Rife about that doll not having an appraisal again, right? And I showed that in the group, and Ricky went off on me about Matt Rife's going to sue you for calling him a pedo, right? And Matt Rife is famous. That's not how it works, Ricky. I'm not famous, and
Right.
critics are critics. Yes. So that's not how it works because Matt Rife did buy a doll that they got no appraisal on. That is a complete fraud that belongs to my family, which they never had the legal right to ever use publicly. Hollywood does not have a legal right to use that doll. They had a gag order. They can't even fucking use my family's name. They're the ones with the gag order, not my family. And I can tell my side of history, which is the truth because it's the truth. And that family cannot fucking sue me. Because guess what? There's no such thing as a Warren. They are mineys. Judy Spira, right, who's pulling this fraud, she was raised somewhere else and she's never been a Warren. She's a miney. She was not even raised by Ed and Lorraine. And this is census reports can show you I'm right. My family knew their family. When you're right, you can't be sued for being right and a live witness. This happened in the 70s when I was alive. I'm a live fucking witness. They can't fucking sue me. She's not even a Warren.
Oh
She's a
goodness.
miney. I know my own fucking family history, their family history, and where we're at with that doll. Americans do not have the original Raggedy Ann and Andy. They don't have the original story of how the doll was created. They don't have shit. You got a bunch of blowhards out there, mostly men, toting our rag doll around, telling our history for us. That is what you have. You do not have a doll collection. You have a bunch of people scamming people with $13 dolls and getting $1,300 for them. That is what you have. You got one big fraud based around my family's creation is what America has.
I used to have a Raggedy Ann doll. I love that
And
thing.
nowadays it's
So
just
many
fraud.
books. The Raggedy Ann books.
If you don't believe me, if nobody believes me, just do what Squirrel's looking. Look for my cousins that are speaking about this doll, and you'll find out that none of my family is speaking about this doll. I am currently looking for the cousin that has the manuscript, the missing manuscript I need, because I don't know everything. I'm missing a little detail that's irritating me that I believe that manuscript has. All of us grew up, became like puzzle pieces. We all got pieces of the solution for the public. I'm one of them. I've already disposed of my cousins that don't have anything of value to tell the public. That's why they're not attached to my platform. I'm looking for the cousin that has a manuscript. That's why I'm out here not doing Raggedy Ann, because I don't want to do Raggedy Ann. I'm trying to do my own doll shit, and people won't even let me do that. Because I've been looking for my cousin for 5 fucking years now.
People are
They ain't
crazy.
speaking up. My cousins aren't speaking up. What does that tell you? That people are so fucking crazy that my family doesn't even want to deal with this mess. That's what it tells me. That's exactly what it tells me. This Raggedy Ann is such a fucking mess. My family don't even want to deal with it. We sold the public a doll. We didn't sell them an investment. If you're all getting screwed now, it's kind of your problem, not ours. We got the public out there apologizing to a child-sized knockoff that the manufacturers manufactured for us. It's pretty twisted.
Sounds that way. I'm
It's pretty
confused.
damn twisted. And here's the funniest thing is, my entire life I did a man's job. I carried a PPU and I defended people. I protected people during my life. Well, all these historian men have been toting around Raggedy Anns and feeding their family off my family legacy, telling bullshit lies to y'all. Make it make sense.
I'm convinced so many men these days aren't men.
I
Actual
said, make
men
it make sense.
are
Now that
fewer and far between.
and I've been taught my whole life how to make dollies. So you think that as a retiree, I'm not going to make dollies? I'm just not going to make Raggedy Anns for the public. And I'm not going to praise them either, which leaves the public out there fucking stuck. You ain't got the granny girl you want. Even if I know the shit, don't mean I have to help people.
That is true.
Maybe people just aren't decent enough or nice enough anymore for me to want to help them. Because here's the thing. People that really need help out in society are out there eating out of garbage cans. They're living under bridges. These people that claim to be good Samaritans, they can't find the people that need the help. I think it's bullshit. I think it's all bullshit. I'm sick of fucking society the way it is. There are kids out there that are they're little bitty kids without their parents crying in fucking shelters, and these idiot adults are too busy playing these narcissistic games to get clout. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sick of society.
Is Portland as terrible as everybody says? Now, I've been there. It's been in 2012 that I was there, and it was a really cool city. And I hear it's just a big trashed mess now.
During all of the BS that was happening on Facebook, where everybody was weaponized and going after each other, my best friend ended her life.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And when I say best friend, I have multiple best friends. These are people that I've known my entire life. They are my solid core women. And we couldn't get to her because she'd moved locations and she turned her fucking phone off.
Oh.
And we knew, we all knew. And the same thing that's happening on this app was happening. People gotta quit fucking doing this to people. That's why I mocked my own unaliving on the 30th. Now go watch the rewatches from the moment that in Angels Live when I asked them, what do you want? Because I've given you an apology. You won't be happy in the apology. You want my unaliving? And everyone's like, no, don't do that. And then I disappeared for 15 fucking hours.
Everybody's mad at me over in Angel's little group, too. That's okay. They'll be okay.
They'll get over it.
They'll be all right.
I will still be a safe environment for everyone, okay?
They
Just
will
know
be
that.
okay.
I'm not a gossiper. I don't like that. Was sitting with that group. I don't know how. I know how that fucking happened. Aveline was appearing in my For You page at night, right? I stay up late and I say my prayers. I say them at 3:00 in the morning. So Abby was consistently in my For You page at nighttime, right? I started sitting with Aveline. I was sitting with Sarah, Aveline. Bryn would come in there, which attracted Montgomery Dodge to me. Okay. So I do realize how this happened. I just didn't realize this group was so fucking cold-hearted.
Yeah, it definitely is. I didn't know, I know, there's crazy stuff that happens on the internet, but I've only been on TikTok, 2.5 years, maybe.
Well, here's my suggestion: is you make friends with Angel's group, because we're stuck with all these people that are in our algorithm. We're all being recycled. So just make amends with everybody you can. Keep your personal shit. Keep your friend shit on here, your friend shit on here. Do not get involved in the drama, because again, we're just being recycled in the algorithm. We're not getting new people. We have silent watchers.
True.
We have silent watchers that are judging us. We're
Yeah.
all this. We were all the same. Think of this as a gigantic high school virtual cafeteria, and somehow I got into your guys' cafe and your algorithm, and I can't get out. I have one account I think I have out because I've been
It's
trying to break my algorithm.
like Hotel California.
Well, yeah, because I'm trying. I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to sell dolls. I'm not trying to get stuck in some fucking high school drama cafeteria.
I even had like pet accounts, and now they're in this algorithm, but like they were literally just all pet stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
somehow all that stuff started showing up in my pet things. And so
Yep.
I haven't even, I guess maybe if I start posting pet content again, it might start to go away. But
Yeah. Salvage those accounts while you can, because once you lose it and once you're in the algorithm, you get stuck in the fucking algorithm, because then they all get on your friends list and you're fucking permanently in the algorithm. I'm trying to figure out how to break the algorithm, because I'm not AFF. Never been AFF.
I
AFF
wasn't
came
AFF
after us.
either.
I had a really good doll content that was I was following 9,000 people. 9,000 people were following me. I was almost to the 10,000 mark. We were a TikTok shop. It was me and Squirrel. And then I got these motherfuckers in my algorithm and I can't get them out. Every goddamn account, except for one. I got them out of one fucking algorithm. And I also pretended to unalive myself. They obviously proved that they don't give a fuck. And now I have to be stuck in an algorithm with people who don't care if I'm alive or gone. Because my algorithm does not change just because I mocked my own, unaliving. They're still stuck in this algorithm with me.
Right. Sorry, I'm trying to help my kiddo
Difference
here.
is we all know how shitty they are now, stuck in this algorithm with Giggles. Is Chris worried about me? Well, there would have been a lot of legal repercussions if I really would have went through with it. Mostly for those men. For the men that are coming after an elderly woman. I mean, these people better start considering their age and the age of others. I am old enough to send these guys away. And there is enough evidence in my phone to prove that they were bullying me enough for me to have done that. So I think everybody better get a good fucking reality check from that test run I just did.
Well, don't
Because
ever
if
do
I really
anything
would
like
have went
that.
through with that man would not be walking his child down the aisle someday, I'll tell you that much. His freedom would have been removed. So let's everybody get a reality check of that, because if I would have went through with it, his freedom would have gotten removed. There is enough in my devices that you people cannot erase or even get to, that Squirrel would have turned over to authorities, and bye-bye freedoms. And that's how it fucking happens, that quickly. Just like what happened to Rizzy. That's how it fucking happens, people. Are we not seeing the patterns yet? Because these
Yeah, not
people still,
everybody is able to tuck it away like some people are.
they
Things
still
people
have to live in the
say.
same algorithm with me, even though they fucking did that and I did what I did. It doesn't look good for them. They're not the type of friends anybody wants to have, because they ain't going to
Oh
be there
yeah,
on the
here
day
I
that you're
brought it
fucking
here.
desperate. They attacked me at fucking Christmas, assholes.
Who
Over
did
Matt
it?
Rife and my doll.
Who attacked you though?
I showed a
Unclear
picture. I
on
shared a
that.
picture. I shared a picture of the comment, me asking Matt Rife who appraised the dolly, right, on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And Ricky attacked
Oh,
me,
Ricky, I
saying,
keep taking that.
saying, you can't be going after Matt Rife like that. You can't be going after. And then Mojo joined in, and then GOP joined in, right? And they
Yeah.
tried to mansplain life to me and tried to silence me in a very bullying type of way. And it got fucking nasty. Because I am not going to have any fucking misogynistic men tell me anything about my business. And dolls are my fucking business, not theirs. They don't know anything about fucking Raggedy Ann, and they can't even find it out, because we've seeded the internet with so much fucking misinformation that the public is buying $13 dolls for $1,300.
Oh God.
Like I said, who do you think seeded the public with so much misinformation? Who do you think trained your historians to be complete fucking morons when it comes to Raggedy Ann? Who makes them look like monkeys on the Antique Roadshow? My family did this. And we did it on purpose. You guys don't have what you need to straighten out Raggedy Ann. I'm not a liar. Figure that out right now.
I'm sure
But
you'd be in trouble by now if you were. So
I went
People
after
need to
Tony.
calm down.
I went after Judy and Tony themselves on Facebook and TikTok, and they sold the museum, and they gave Matt the right to babysit the dolly, but not own it. Why?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get a fucking appraisal. How they know they couldn't get an appraisal? Because I told them I wasn't giving them one. They're gonna have to wait until I die and then try to find a sucker to appraise that doll. Because now they know there's a grill out there that can call bullshit if they get an appraisal. So they didn't even try. That's called the next dumbest guy move. They moved the goalpost to the next dumbest guy. See what they did there? And I can prove the moves I've made in secret. I can prove every single move I've made in secret. I got all of the banter that from the DMs I sent to Judy and Tony. I told them themselves in their DMs that I made a dolly of Ed and Lorraine and Judy and Tony. And that on Halloween, I fucking conjured Ed and Lorraine. They always wanted to be a Grell dolly, now they fucking are. How scared of the supernatural is Judy? Because she knows now her parents aren't resting peacefully. The family that was a fucking burr in their ass all these years is still a fucking burr in their ass. We're still conjuring, bitch.
Goodness.
Our families know each other. We know each other. People are stupid. They can't even do a simple Google fact and find out that the doll comes from the same area as the fucking Warrens that are not Warrens, they're Mineys. People are so uneducated, honey. I got no faith in humanity at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. People are crazy. They suck. And yeah.
By the time that they realize they need a grill, they're not going to have any. Do they realize that? You're running out of grills. And now you even the ones that aren't as nice don't want to fucking work with the public. I'd rather handcuff the public than fucking have a conversation with them.
Oh gosh.
That's bad. I don't want to fucking dwell with the public anymore because the public is fucked up. The kids ain't bad. It's the adults. And the adults are teaching the kids how to fucking be bullies with their phones.
Yeah. The
Let's
internet's
face
a crazy place.
bullying is a learned behavior. And we're watching the adults do it. So where the kids learning it from? People aren't think they're not teaching their kids their bad behaviors? Yeah, you fucking are.
Yeah, that's definitely true because my 12-year-old son, like I have road rage really bad. And now like my kid's 12 and he'll start yelling at cars in the car and I'm like, shit, what have I done? Like, I mean, they soak up everything, you know? So why wouldn't they soak up being a bully too if they're adults in their life or teaching them to be that way?
Well, you know what? Squirrel decided the world needed another grill, and these people are telling Squirrel that she's a dumbass and the world doesn't need a grill. You know that I actually agreed to make one more Raggedy Ann?
Well,
I did. I agreed to make one more Raggedy Ann, and the Raggedy Ann I will make and put my grill name on is going to be 100% for charity.
that sounds nice.
So I did agree to design my own grill Raggedy Ann because it wouldn't be like any of the other Raggedy Anns. It'd be my version of Raggedy Ann. That's what grills do. So yeah, I did agree to do that, but I'd only do it for charity. And that was the deal I made with Squirrel when we started this shit.
Squirrel, your friend, I guess.
Yep, she's my friend. She's the one that she breathed life back into me.
Well, good deal.
Well, it was the concept was she was making those real babies, and everybody knows what those real babies are now, right?
Yeah.
She's a bona fide artist. Okay, this woman is a bona fide fucking doll artist. All right, so she was making those real babies. Everybody knows what real babies are, and she was selling the real babies, and it was just so fucking sad. Okay, because I've been friends with Squirrel for a long time, and I was doing my protective services, right? Because I've been a first responder and done all types of protective services for since I was mid 20s, And I was fucking just miserable, and she was miserable because the people that buy real babies, they've lost children. They go into old folks' homes. I mean, it's fucking depressing, okay? And she's a bona fide fucking artist. And that woman, she should be acknowledged for what she's able to fucking do. So we started talking about our concept for our first doll line, all right? And the story that I'm not telling, okay? And I started telling her this story, and we started coming up with these sketches and stuff, and the dolls. And I started telling her, well, we should do this, and told her the story, and man, we were laughing so hard and peeing ourselves as we were doing the design work on the first line. You know, it was so fucking funny. I mean, me and her bouncing the ideas off each other. I mean, it was like we got gold here, girl. It was so fucking funny, and that's why I started my TikTok. Is because we were going to bring that story to the world. And we were going to take off that story, and we were going to create a new storyline and have the world help us write the story on our characters, right?
Yeah.
And so it was going to be a story that I started and had the world help us start right. And that's why I picked TikTok as our platform. And our merch was going to be a nonprofit with a percentage going to children to help them buy the things that they don't have parents to help them buy, like coats and, like sports equipment and, art supplies and shit like that, things that kids need so they could, that only kids that have parents normally will get, trips to Disneyland, shit like that, Shit kids fucking need to have a childhood. So that was our goal, and AFF fucking stomped all over it. So we're trying to do something. Just do fucking something. So yeah, we're gonna do something.
You'll get there. Chin up.
Oh, always. I only get sleepy like this when I think about the girlfriend I lost.
Oh.
You know, we didn't need to lose her. That was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. So the girl that we lost, I'm not gonna go into her stories. I can't do that because some people are gonna figure out who the fuck I'm talking about. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I only get upset when I talk about her. And like I said, we didn't need to lose her. And this is a real dream that me and a real other person have. But it seems like other people's motive for this app is going to silence the people that want to do good things. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. It does a lot, unfortunately.
This app could be a gift to us all. Do we understand that?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a gift to us all. I think the government's going to end up taking us from us.
Probably.
That's what I feel like is going to happen. So
Where it's going to be very limited what we can talk about, or.
I'll be able to still do what I plan on doing, I think.
But yeah.
I think I think that if anything, if the government steps in and does regulate this better, I will have a better chance of doing what I plan on doing.
I mean, you might, honestly.
It might be beneficial if the government would fucking help me out and stop these people so I could fucking make way to create an income for people that don't have an income. Because if I can get this going, that means I can get a pattern out there that would create a product and get volunteers organized to make sure that the product's made, right? And like have materials like donated to make this product. And that way that the final product when sold in that, the majority of that shit would actually 100% go to services of needy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the product's almost completely free to make. And if it's completely free to make, then it ends up being almost 100% profits for the needy community that's being made for and donated for. So that was our goal.
Okay. Well, Giggles, I hate to interrupt you, but I got
No. That's okay. Thank you for letting me vent. Thank you for letting
You're
me
okay.
vent.
I've got to put my boys to work. They've got to go out to the mower shed and dig out some wheels that somebody wants to come by, and I don't want to do that. It sounds like a good job for the boys, so I'm gonna go supervise.
I'm glad you have boys to put to work. Yeah,
Yes.
it's 10 o'clock here, and all my babies are sleeping because they're all pets. And I need to start up my sewing machine. So,
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to leave you with this. You have a gift to make people laugh and smile Don't let anybody take your smile and laughs away. Keep making people laugh and
Yeah, my
smile.
smile's not prominent right now. You know, I'm a little frustrated at the moment, and today I'm very frustrated, as you can tell. So, but they're not doing nothing to me. Like I said, there's 4 dolls coming now.
All right. Well, I'll talk
There's
at you later,
not 2.
Giggles. Have a
There's
good
not
rest of your
2.
day.
There's 4. So you have a nice day, and thank you for
Mhm.
all of the positivity and support. And I'm sure
course.
you and Angel are going to work out your differences.
Okay. Well, I don't have any problems with any of them. I just said none of us were innocent, basically. And
Well, none of us are
that's
innocent.
true.
None of us are
that seemed
innocent.
to offend them. They said that they just all like to have fun and they don't do nothing. And I disagree
None of us
with
are.
that.
Yeah,
But
that I agree with you there too. I agree
we
with you
all
there too.
do
None of us
fuck
are innocent.
shit and we all have gossiped, and that's just the truth. And if
And I did fuck shit too, and I admitted it, and then I killed that
Yeah.
old me.
that doesn't mean I'm talking
unalived the old
badly.
me.
Like, I
Well,
include
yeah.
myself in that, you know what I mean? So by that
Maybe,
logic,
well,
I
yeah,
guess I need to
maybe
be
we
mad
should,
at me too.
maybe we should all spend like, maybe we should all spend like a week making amends or something, and start 2026 new. And because, like I said, I already unalived my 2025 me. I'm gone.
Right.
I made apologies. Nobody, and now I know who gives a fuck. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't apologize for that because it's the truth and I'm included. But I mean, I'm sorry that it offended
I
people,
agree
I
with you.
guess.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not
Yeah.
arguing. You're in agreement. We all need to do better, and I'm
We do.
me
for
included.
sure.
Me included. I was gang. I'm
Oh,
Granny gang. That's not me.
oh,
I
you were. I
accidentally
forgot
slipped
about
into a
that.
fucking yeah. I accidentally slipped into a fucking gang in 2025.
Yeah.
So, honey, I love you. Have a nice day
All
with your
right,
boy.
Giggles. Have a wonderful day and
You
chin up,
too.
smile. All is well. And
I'm thinking up new things to make people smile right now at the moment.
I've
I'm in
got
my workshop.
faith
I'm in my
that you
workshop.
won't have to think very hard because you are seriously a gem at making people laugh. But okay, I'm hanging up now.
Thank you.
Okay,
Love you.
bye.
Love you so
Love
much.
you. Bye.
Make me a sandwich. I didn't know that Brittany Ann was standing. All right, make me a sandwich. You still down there? Who's the one down there? We got one down there. Who's left? Is that you? Because I wasn't talking to my chat. I was talking to Michelle. Can I make the pickle twerk? I don't know. Does the pickle twerk? Is there anything to do to make the pickle twerk? I don't see a way to make the pickle twerk. How do I make it twerk? Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. That's the best I can do. Wiggle, 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 yeah. I didn't know Brittany Ann was defending me. I did not know that. And I decided to make her a doll based off the fact that they threw her a funeral. Had nothing to do with that. Just so everybody knows. Those were not relative. Because when I disappeared for all that time, I really disappeared for all that time. Okay? So, yeah, I wasn't just like peeking in. What are people saying about me? No, I dropped the hell off the app. I wanted nobody to be able to detect any fucking movement, so there was no damn movement. So I didn't know Brittany Ann was defending me, just so everybody knows, full disclosure. Didn't know. But, like I said, it proves people's characters. And I can rewatch the old footage just like everybody else can. So, yeah. Characters were definitely proven last week. And no, you didn't have to worry about me doing that. Okay, I got people in my real life that love me. I wasn't doing that. Hey, hi, We'll see, Watson. Welcome in. Welcome through. And I'm going to end this because I definitely have to, when I got the hiccups, I got to start my sewing machine because I got some clothing and stuff to make. And I'm behind and Squirrel's going to yell at me. Can't have a squirrel yelling at me now, can I? Everybody that's listening from the outside, you have a nice day. Next time, try coming in. You could actually try to request a box up because I don't bite hard. And if I bite a little too hard, I'll apologize. Just let me know. There's some safe words we can use in here. Have a nice day, everyone. I'll check back in with you later.